Have we arrived in the Haydon system?
Yes, sir, we have arrived in the Haydon system. Confirmed.
Excellent. Prepare the Veritex for launch. I detect the presence of the Invid Decepticons on the planet. They made it here ahead of us. Again.
Oh no, we have something else to worry about.
Prepare the Veritex and notify the Sentinels that we're going in. Aye, sir. The Veritex are ready to launch, sir. Aye, sir. Sentinels, prepare to move. We have to stop the Regent. I'm on it. Let's move. We'll land the ship near the central city. That should get their attention. That should be interesting. We're going in. No sign of the enemy units. They aren't out here.
Well, they could be hiding.
Nothing on scans. Stay sharp. Moving in, approaching atmosphere. Okay, we're coming in. No sign of hostile units. Beginning descent.
Still no sign of enemy units. Continuing descent.
We'll be in the clear in a little while.
The Sentinel ship is covering our ship.
They make it look so easy.
We landed, but Jetfire's not with us.
Where are we?
It appears that we have landed our ship some distance from the rendezvous point.
Uh-oh, we may not have enough Protoculture reserves to find our way back. My con system's messed up. Mine too.
Scrap. What are we going to do now?
Send out a transponder signal and hope somebody comes to rescue us. Oh no, the Terran ship has disappeared, veering off course. I will signal the battle fortress of the disappearance. SDF-3A, come in. This is Admiral Hunter. What's wrong, Jetfire? I was attempting to escort Mr. Baker and Miss Penn to the planet, but they went off course and I can't find them. What? You need to go find them. Go looking for them. Understood. Odd. That shouldn't be there. What is it? A moving line of energon particles. Like a space anomaly. Get the sensors to check it out. Sensors aren't picking up anything. For a second it looked like this particles forms the outline of some sort of aircraft. See for yourself. There's nothing there. It would appear the Invid Decepticons have landed over by Polyhex and are causing trouble. They're over that hill. We gotta stop them. Yes, we must figure out what they're up to, but it does not appear that they have captured the planet. They're just merely here. Well, if they do take the city, then they're probably already making plans to do so. Seems organized. We'll make sure that the Robotech stay back while we go in and check it out. I don't know where they went. I lost track of them when we came down. I guess we'll not worry about that for now. This planet is dangerous, much more so than the Master's planet. This planet has more of the energy field that affected the humans and the Transformers. If it starts to affect them as well, it'll be a problem. It appears that this planet has a large energy mass, partly because it is a robotic planet, a cybertronic planet like Cybertron. So we should use extreme caution when we go into the city that they've constructed, because there are humanoids in the city. Humanoids? Are they Nebulons? We're gonna find out. Doesn't give me a lot to go on.
The hunter. Who in the pit would that be?
It is like it's just appeared there. Regent will not be pleased. If this information is accurate, then the unscheduled meeting will conflict with the gladiatorial games tomorrow. Great. Let's get Sonodad to look at it. If anybody can figure out where this came from or who sent it, he can. Regent, what is it? We've received this message on our computer screen. So, tell him I'm busy. The message has no point of origin. What are you talking about? The most logical presumption is that the message was typed directly onto our computer screen. Are you saying that whoever left this message was inside our base? I have taken that into consideration. Systems check reports no breach of security. Well, obviously, this thing did not just appear out of nowhere. Message origin remains unknown. If it's an audience he wants, it'll be an audience he gets. Where is he? The damned upstart had better not be late. Greetings, General Regent. Who's there? I am. Show yourself. Phase shift. Transform dash. It appears this Haydon is a version of Ritter who we haven't seen in a little while, sir. How dare you invade my base uninvited? I do not have time to be wasted dealing with your subordinates. I come to offer you a treaty, and I want my answer from the source. Well then, what is this treaty of yours? There is an enemy, a threat to all of us. They call themselves the Masters, and they would like nothing better than to decimate our numbers and enslave the survivors. We are on Haydon 4. Do you take me for a fool? And you carried our name for a time. Anyway, enough of that. Listen closely. I hunt them. I've hunted them for a very long time. But there is only one such soldier can do against an entire species. That's specific, huh? For millennia, the Masters have been scattered and weak, through hardly easy prey. Now, however, they've begun to regroup at last, and even I am no match for their united might. I require assistance in my war. And you seek my aid? The symbol that you wear designates you are an Uptarian military hardware. You and your kind, our kind, might I add, are surely more capable of such an assault than the consumer goods. The Sentinels. Yes, the Sentinels. Boss, we war. Leave us, muck. Boss, this is important. She's picked up a conversation between Air Commander Solaria on the moon base on the Battle Luna 3 in Tarn. Solaria is planning to make a move. You mean Solaria intends to challenge me as leader of the Invid? Sure looks that way. General Sensarbi of Tarn has thrown her support behind Solaria. Magnificent. First our stealth friend shows up unannounced, and now I've got a full-scale mutiny on my hands. You have rebellions often. It depends on the intelligence of my subordinates, and whether or not they have a death wish. Infighting. Muck fetch Sonodad. I'm afraid I will have to excuse myself to deal with this unpleasant business. You are welcome to my base, but I must request that since our security is threatened, that you refrain from using your cloaking gear while you're here. Understood. Sonodad will show you to quarters. My dear, what exactly is your name? I have no name. The Masters originally referred to me by a word which translates as the Hunter. Now, though, they have a different name for me. What was that supposed to mean? I've recalled a similar creature called Ritter, but you couldn't be him. He's dead. Is he dead? Did you check his pulse? Is the old master language? There's no direct equivalent in your language. Perhaps the closest thing would be a phrase, mighty death, that strikes without warning from the infinite void of space. Your name is Mighty Death. That is terribly silly and not very scary. You should come up with a better handle. I told you, I have no name. But yes, the travelers of the spaceways tell legends of the Mighty Death. If you have not noticed, I am not one to make treaties often, and perhaps for this occasion I should choose a more congenial name. Very well. In your language, the closest approximation of my master name would sound something like Ritter. So be it, my dear Ritter. I shall see you when this business is concluded. Star Singer brings information on Ritter as we are currently observing our guest. I say we shoot him from behind and take his technology. Do you have any idea how powerful we could be if every Invid had his ability to stealth cloak in plain sight? Air Commander Solaria wouldn't stand a chance. Negative. You have an opinion, Sonodad? Come on, out with it. It is highly recommended that Ritter be treated with the utmost caution. You think he's a traitor, a Sentinel spy, perhaps? Or one of Solaria's lackeys? Not a spy, he is an Invid, and a highly dangerous one. He's not to be trifled with. I am Invid Commander. I fear no one. Perhaps you should. If I do, it will be someone more formidable than Air Commander Solaria. Now get out with the tactical team and come up with some battle plans. The rest of you, save Sonodad, are dismissed.
You're not acting like yourself, sir. What's this all about? I'm curious about Ritter. I fear he was an agent of Solaria. I attempted a cursory neural scan.
Regis, I thought we spaced you with the other Ritter on the way here.
You're not going to get rid of me that easy. I come and go as I please.
Damn it. I forgot you were energy beings. All right, you tried to read his mind. What did you find?
My mind cannot comprehend the data.
Then spit it out and see if mine can.
The body shell is of recent manufacture. The core processor and the data stored within is much older. Some of it dates to the First Great War. He's a type of predatory character, on safari to hunt us.
The first, so he's downloaded it from an older source. So he's access to the records of history. So what? A predator on safari isn't a predator, it's a sport hunter.
Regent, we face a mind much older than the body which contains it. A mind created for a purpose, to hunt and destroy.
You're afraid of him, aren't you?
I believe he sensed my presence.
He's a telepath?
No, a rogue consciousness. His mind is detached, alien. His thought patterns are not like ours. I cannot comprehend what he is.
Perhaps we should make a point of finding out.
The Shadow Realm is very mysterious, but he's not one of them.
You and your shadow protoculture devils. Balderdash! Your little friend seems to dislike me. Perhaps he resents your cloaking abilities. Until your arrival, Ravage was our master of stealth. Have you given any more thought to my proposal? I wish to know more. Where are these masters located? We abandoned their homeworld, Tyrol. It had a small garrison of natives, but is beyond my capacity to destroy. The masters have built themselves an army of half-sentient Sharkticons, which devour any hapless passers-by. My preferred target is their spaceships. These ships, too, are guarded by Protoculture flower cores, which can be exploited by a soldier who knows where to strike. Protoculture flowers? Yes, the masters are more technologically advanced than Upterrans. Their weaknesses are their soft physical bodies, which are the main reason they have built such complex weaponry. And the small population. Yes. One master ship is a formidable prey, but an armada is closer to invulnerable. Such technology intrigues me, and yet I've never heard tell of such a species. You just don't remember. Their ships do not frequent Tyrol. They are scattered. Their usual haunts lie beyond the reaches of your star chart. This chart covers the entire galaxy and beyond. No, it doesn't. But it's a big universe. You are proposing that I take my Invid on a wild hunt after an enemy that isn't even in this sector, and leave our defenses here vulnerable? You must be mad. Conflict? What conflict is this? The war with the Robotech people? They hear now also and have set forth a group to the planet, sealed within their special vehicles. Now I remember. The Sentinels. We just left Tyrol to the natives months ago, because the Masters didn't return to fight us. Only the Robotech ship. It didn't pose a threat. A version of you was there, I recall. Do not continue to test me with this. Don't tell me your little tiff is still going on. Little tiff. Those ridiculous civil wars, Sentinel, Invid, what does it matter? We're all Opterans, and you and we are idiots to waste our time and resources on infighting while the real enemy is out there. If I were you, I would watch your words, Ritter. You bear on your chest the Invid brand, and I'm the supreme leader of all Invid, and by all rights you should take your orders from me. I'm Invid in the original sense of the word. I see no reason to hide that fact. You delude yourself if you think you have any control over me. Once in my existence I knew a master. I will never have one again. I'm busy at war with the Sentinels. I cannot spare any troops to attack an enemy that is posing no threat to us. They are a threat. Not at this moment. Even gaining the technology our masters are said to possess would not make the sacrifice of robots or resources worthwhile. If these masters attack us, then I'll retaliate. In the meantime, I have other concerns. If you wait that long, it may be too late. This is a gamble I am prepared to take. I have more immediate threats to occupy my army. I cannot force you to change your mind, but be warned. When the Masters return to Upterra, both Sentinel and Invid will fall, unless the Masters are repelled. But you have not returned to Upterra. This is Haydon 4. And who do you think built this planet into a world of biomachines? Who do you think were the legendary adversaries of your first great war? Your masters. I cannot aid you in your war, nor can I put any of my troops under your command. That I would not want. I am not a commander, Regent. I am a solitary hunter. I do not take orders. But neither do I give them. I would, however, be agreeable to an alliance. I could provide you with fuel and weaponry, in exchange for a promise of allegiance. Already I was wondering if your stealth fighter could penetrate Sentinel defenses as quickly, and Polyhex, and then slay Optimus Zor. If you're considering an attack upon the Sentinels, you can forget it. I have no desire to become involved in your civil war. I can give you my word not to attack you or your Invid, but in return you must accept that I will not attack the Sentinels either. This seems to me that you already consider yourself a neutral, and would gain nothing from such a deal. My interest is in weaponry, not in fuel. Although I am an accomplished thief, I prefer not to resort to such measures. Our weapons are of high quality, but if you're unwilling to fight the Sentinels, I cannot imagine anything you could offer that would be of use to me. You've dealt with your rebel air commander, then? You would be willing to sully your hands on infighting within the Invid. Assassinating your mutineer would do nothing to provoke the Sentinels, and I think represents a fair service in exchange for weaponry. I have no doubt that this Solaria is already a marked mechanism. Then we have a deal, Solaria for a full complement of weapons, and in so doing pledge non-interference with one another. Agreed. We have a custom, the right of oneness. We mix a portion of our fuel and burn it as one. Whosoever breaks the bond gives his life in forfeit. So be it. Have you a laser? Wing-mounted, useful only in aircraft mode. I find them less effective than the rockets or this. Prepare to receive the weapon. An interesting transformation. And with this sacrifice, so shall our bond be sealed. I am not the Ritter you already met, but his clone or comrade. And that is why I do not look exactly like him. Now I must select weapons for my challenge. If you'll excuse me. The Regis is no longer here, but the Regent may assume military control and ally himself with one of the gangs. That'd be bad. We must prevent him from aligning with the Dopplegangers. They may prove to be dangerous. After all, they have a connection with the energy field from the previous planet.
My name is Jameson. My colleagues and I come from the starship in order to assist you with the location of these doppelgangers. I am Tolomsky from the police force. We're all from the Earth. We don't know much about this planet, but it can't be much different than Earth humans, right? If they're humanoids?
They can be quite different, actually. It appears that the Robotech humans are already affected by the planet. We haven't heard much from the main staff since we came here.
That's not good. What do you suppose happened?
I think they were depressed or bummed out because they left the other planets in melancholy. They were not able to win the battle on the other planet. They merely called the draw, really. Is there anything we can do for them?
I'm not so sure. We're not actually counselors. However, there's probably something to be said to the staff and medical staff on the ship and city, and they should consult them. Well, I'm normally a detective, but I really don't have any jurisdiction unless they commit a crime or something.
And worrisome is that the name Ritter has come up again. He may try to ally with the Invid Decepticon. And now it would seem that the Regent no longer is allied with the Regis, and she's gone missing. Perhaps she landed somewhere else other than where he did, with the spaceship that brought them there.
Yeah, we had to take the long way around getting here. Anything could have happened in the time it took us to get here. It was several weeks.
In another life, I was Scout, the son of Draconus Prime, and I carry his matrix. I want you guys to scout around, go to the city trying to figure out who's in charge, and report back when you find anything.
Very well, Scout. Optimalzor.
You name it, I got it.
What do you see? What do you like?
I need rockets like these. Oh yeah, those we got. Fine fit. Where can I test them?
I'll take you down to the range later. Say you need anything else.
Such as?
I don't know. You want a soldier's opinion?
Very well.
You need a gun. A big gun. Maybe some of those shoulder-mounted lasers like the Seekers have.
Lasers are of little use against my targets. I am not here to kill the local doppelganger street gangs or something. Must be some tough armored signals. Fine, fine. How about a cannon then? Something like Regent has. Something that says, "Fear me."
I gotta admit, you got an impressive look. Red with pointy silver edges. Very menacing. Problem is, you look unarmed.
Swords are flashy, but no good at the distance. This ain't gonna scare an enemy with lasers. If my enemies live long enough to see me, they're exceptionally lucky. For the sake of argument, what would you suggest? Try this. Too heavy, too bulky. Okay, how about this one? Big enough to scare the lug nuts of anyone in your way. Small enough to move easily. Give you lots of flexibility for ordnance. You may have a point. To the range, then. I will take this weapon. An excellent choice. And that missile tube can be yours for the low, low price of only 900 intergalactic credits. Regent promised me all the ordnance I wanted in exchange for a favor rendered.
Sure, if you'd taken it out of the main armory. But you came to old Scrap's workshop. You're gonna get the good stuff and pallet costs.
I have neither the time or the means to haggle with you. No credits? Well then, on rare occasions and just for you, I'll accept energon or raw materials worth the value of the weapon. I'm not here to buy it from you. Well, ain't that a shame? You've been alone out in space for too long, Stealthy. Let me teach you a lesson about how to do things here. You come along fixing to make a deal, and You better be ready to pay up your share, the bargain, to anyone affected. There he goes again. What is happening? Why wasn't I told about this? You can't just do this without me. The Regent must know. He's trying to bilk old Stealthy out of everything he can. And he's got backup. Clever. Figure we should go down and pull old Stealthy's plating out of the fire? Negative.
What, you want him to get trashed?
I agree with Sonadad. Let's see just how tough Regent's new friend really is.
It doesn't make sense that this Ritter is not the same Ritter that we encountered on the other planet. But he acts like him.
Shapeshifters. Huh.
Isn't that what we are too, kind of, in a way? I mean, technically, we're Transformers. And we shapeshift into cars and planes and things. Oh well.
You called. What is the meaning of this? You deal by choice or my pals can help you. Up to you. So, you're resorting to thuggery now? Hey, don't get so testy. I've offered you a fair exchange. What do you say, guys? I think he's losing his touch. Take your rockets back. We'll call it a draw and walk away. Too late. You should learn to finish what you started. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Phase shift. Where is he? I don't know, the infrared's read nothing. This is better than the gladiatorial games. 10 credits say that the cons are going down, but really, you know, we are the cons. So I don't want the credits to go, but actually go down, understand? Yeah. You're on. No way, there's 5 of them and only 1 of him. They got him trapped and they're mean and strong. Come back here and fight, you coward. Phase shift. There he is, get him. Like we planned it. Surround and restrain. What are you all doing standing around here? Those cons wanted to jump Ritter. Those idiots, how dare they? He is our best chance of taking out Solaria. Someone get down there and break it up. Maybe we don't need to. It seems old Stealthy is holding his own. Are you getting readings on this? I'm still searching for a logical explanation. His cloaking technology is far in advance of ours. Simple light deflection would not be sufficient. Anyone guess at what those wings are made of? They seem to deflect most weapon blasts, just as his stealth cloaking deflects light and radar. Location of heavy atoms detected in the room. I suspect that they are the remains of the Decepticons' weaponry. Sensors detect a possible master beam. Magnetic oscillation. Atomized. There's only 1 of him, though. Do you want to fight him? No, I will give Solaria the honor.
It is time to end this fight.
Get out. This is between me and her. Hey, guys, you can't run out on me. You pick the fight. You finish it. What the?
You have made the worst mistake of your life. I am Quadrano Solaria of Meltrandi, only Transtector of the Robotechs, allowed among the Invid.
Where are you?
We have no deal. You will give me what I'm entitled to.
Stop it.
Small shell. Ground-bound. Ugh.
You are connected to Lady M, but how? Get out! Get out of my head.
My lean is with me, yes. Cunning little mind you have, though. Don't you ever try to use it against me again.
I won't. Just get out.
Say please.
Please.
And our deal is off.
Take the launcher. Take the rockets. Anything. Just get out of my head. You will keep quiet about this. I will. I swear. Just please. I'm glad we could come to this agreement. What is the meaning of this? You're the one that started cloaking. Your soldiers are all still alive, out of my respect for you. However, I would advise that they not cross me again. What's happened here? He got what he deserved.
You figure he has any pain sensors at all? Repairing himself. Ouch.
I figure he's got something to hide. I wonder what kind of internal systems he's got. Come in. I trust you are fully repaired. As good as new. Then you are not in need of a medic. Self-taught. Now I believe I have a certain target to take care of. One Solaria. I will need a description of the individual in question, and a detailed map of her base, if possible. Might I suggest something better? Which is? I would like to send one of my robots along with you as an observer. I prefer to work alone. We are all allies here, and many of my troops know the base well. I can't cloak a large individual. My stealth shielding will not extend even as far as another aircraft on my wing. I need someone small enough to ride within my cockpit. That can be arranged. Stars, Singer. Yes. I want you to take Ritter to the map room and show him the specifics of the base. Certainly, mighty Regent. You are entrusting the elimination of Solaria to Ritter. He's not going alone. One of us is going with him. Someone who can transform small enough to fit in his cockpit. Oh, way, I ain't going on no trip with old Creepy. As a Transtector, Nuck, you will do as you're told. Easy for you to say, you won't fit in his cockpit. Sonadad, get your Transtector to obey. Or better yet, you go. Would be little help if I went, sir. I would merely get in the way. Never mind. I will go. What, sir? If we are to find out the true capabilities of our mysterious new ally, one of us must accompany him. He seems a proud and arrogant mechanism. I will go myself, the better to judge him in action. Perhaps I can learn his secrets. And if he has any hostile intent, then he will face the wrath of Regent firsthand. Are you sure that is wise? You take a dangerous risk. Anyone afraid to take necessary risks is not worthy of being Invid leader. They are coming back. Who is to be my companion? I am. Let's go then. You would do well to remember who is in command here. Huh. Cyclops Tron, hold the base until I return. Are we stealth cloaked? Conventionally, light refraction, radar repellent, the usual. What about your heavy cloaking? And how happy would your subordinates have been to see their leader vanish before their eyes? I've got a ship sighted off the port bow. A Sentinel cruiser? Line me up with that ship. It's very lightly armored and probably just as lightly defended. Whether it is armored or not is unimportant, as I have no intention of attacking it. You fear a mere transport cruiser. I could destroy that ship in a nanoclick, but I will not do so. We have covered the subject. I have no interest in your civil war. You may have no choice. I believe the Sentinels may have detected us. Even now, they come to seek a quarrel with us. Then we shall avoid it. How? This is empty space, and there's nowhere to retreat. Do you see that anomaly? Yes, it's quite far away. Surely you don't intend to hide in it. Keep your optics focused firmly on that anomaly. You will feel disoriented and somewhat uncomfortable. Phase shift. What is? Focus on the anomaly. What is this place? Welcome, Regent, to the other side, also called a node, to the Sensor Nebula. The Robotechs are out to rescue two of their own. They can't see us. We're out of phase, essentially invisible to them. Then we shall destroy them. Not within this ship, sir. It'll give us away. Then you fire the guns. I have no quarrel with the Robotechs, and don't care whether they're on a rescue mission to find Penn and Baker, whoever that is. Right now our goal is to destroy Solaria, is it not? And surely exploding a Robotech ship close to the anomaly would draw her attention. With your cloaking, why should we care about drawing attention? Why is everything so hazy? We hang between the worlds. Look out, we're going to hit it. What happened? Well, that ship is in your regular dimension. I've turned both our optics to your dimension and to origin, so that we can see and navigate this world. Currently, only 40% of our body mass remains in that dimension. You mean? The other side is mostly an empty dimension on a parallel with yours. All of our body particles have become like tachyons faster than light, that are on a constant state of flux between yours and that one. We shifted to the other universe to deflect from the ship. Can you go deeper and cross this subspace realm? Presumably, the network might go all the way to Earth. You never tried it? Would you like to be trapped forever on the other side? It's a gamble I don't want to take. The stealth capabilities. Think of the power. Think of what the Invid Armada could do with that knowledge. Wait a minute, we can't be like tachyon particles. That makes no sense. No, we're sort of covered in them. They travel at the speed of light. That makes no sense. We're not going that fast. And that's one of my mysteries. Be advised that I do not understand the fine mechanics of most of my own abilities. I have them and I use them. That's all I know. I could not tell you exactly how my phase shifters worked, even if I wanted to. Same goes for my weapon, the magnetic amplification output cannon. So you didn't invent this splendid equipment? I'm a sport hunter, not an inventor. Who invented them? Who built all this? Who gave you these powers? You will not be able to deal with them, whether by trade or by force. They're all dead. Dead? Dead for countless eons, and the workshop destroyed, all their blueprints and plans swallowed up in flames. A miserable waste. Who was responsible? I was. Take a lesson from the masters, my friend. Never build a weapon you cannot control. What? What just happened? We lost power since the alien fired their blaster at us.
It appears the Invid Decepticon used their weapons to shoot near us, but I don't think they were aiming for us. I think they were aiming for a ship behind us. It just happened to hit us.
It just happened to hit us. But how did it break through the shields?
It appears that they had some kind of plasma weapon, the same wavelength somehow. Or they knew how our shields work.
It's more like they overpowered the shields. They just shorted them out. Extraordinary. The spaceship has left us, though. Their attack ship fled the area quickly. It's almost as if it wasn't even there. How they do that? I'm not even sure how they did it. The enemy units have completely disappeared. It's weird, sir. They seem to be nowhere, which is impossible, sir. Begin repairs on essential systems.
Damage reports coming in from the deck on the port side. No casualties.
Something strange is going on. The crew is acting unusual. Really ever since we got here. Seems to be increasing. The medical team doesn't know what to make of it.
I cannot explain it either, but the signals from the aliens indicate it is the energy field we encountered on the other planet. Well, we must do something about it, before it makes us go mad.
Some of us appear to be immune to it. Some of us don't have the susceptibility to it.
If the bridge crew becomes compromised, the enemy will use it against us.
It's already distracting us. This wouldn't have happened in the other timeline.
I think we should quit trying to take notes from the other timeline. It's not helping. We didn't really know how this universe will end up. If Max cannot command the fighter groups from here, we will need to get someone else up here who is not having a hard time.
You have adjusted for the light? Just as our optics are turned to your dimension, and the sound of my engines is completely swallowed up by the other side, so can lightning be adjusted for, and this more difficult. 40% of our mass does remain on the plane. Guide me. You know the area. Be careful. They can feel an impact with the 40% of our bodies that remain in their dimension, even if they can't see or hear us. Magnificent. Unbelievable. Here they are, standing in the corner of Solaria's control room, and there was the usurper herself. That's her, a fleshling? Yes, it seems she's looking for me. When do we plan to strike? When would you like to? How long will it be before you need refueling? Quite a long time. Do you have any preferences, then? Well, she's alone. I think there's no need to get into a drawn-out battle with a robot. You would shoot an unarmed opponent in the back. It's more efficient. Do you wish to say anything to this rogue before she's destroyed? I think I should make an example of her, yes. Nobody minds screws, my friend. Then I shall cripple her with the first blow. Take out the two guards. Solaria herself can be yours. That does not violate our deal, does it? Not in the least. We will take them alone, and when they leave the main room, we will wait. We risk damage unnecessarily. We will take them, but are you afraid to challenge them in a group? Afraid? No, but why should I? Why risk damage unnecessarily? Have you ever repaired yourself, Regent? It is a painful ordeal to remove and replace one's own fuel pumps, and I would prefer to avoid repeating the experience. Shall we? Let's.
I'm going for fuel. Keep watch on Polyhex and inform me at once if Regis is sighted.
You will feel disoriented momentarily, but fire immediately. Phase shift. Regent. Yes, Regent. Why don't you rip out my mind now, mighty Solaria? Is that your plan for me?
No, you can't. How did you?
I am Invid leader and strike whenever I please. Fine shooting. She was a miserable traitor, but she died well. Wasn't part of her possessed by one of your offspring? You're a bastard. The Mylene part of her cannot die. She's an energy being. It was her robot that was destroyed. Well, badly. I see a little difference. You wanted her dead, and she is. Let's keep going. You have no sense of retribution whatsoever? Unfeeling machines. The other cons are here. Can you cause them to hear us? Yes, I can. Very well. Attention, this is Regent speaking. Solaria is dead. You have 2 megacycles to surrender your garrison to the Polyhex forces, or you will follow your leader to destruction. Ah, Cyclopstron. Solaria is defeated. Open a communication channel to the moon base. We must be prepared to accept their surrender. What next, mighty Regent? And now we shall begin trials for a new air commander. And what about old Stealthy? We shall give Ritter our pledge of... where did he go? Starsinger, congratulations. You shall be our new air commander. Me?
You're like that little punk air commander.
He has the speed, he has the skill, he may not have the experience yet, but he has an intelligent mind, was top of his class at the War Academy. Not to mention that he bested all of you at the trials.
You've destroyed my physical form, but you will rue this day. We did not threaten your kind. My people have lived in this sector since the end of the Master War. Why have you taken it upon yourself to destroy us?
You're Invid. That's all I need to know.
Then if you pitch yourself against all Invids without cause, you shall meet your end at the hands of he who holds the matrix of power.
But Optimo Zor holds the Sentinel matrix of leadership.
Not your matrix, ours. The Invid matrix of power.
Invid matrix? There isn't any such thing.
Our legends say there is, that it rests in the hands of a Crimson Hunter. He's the mighty Death. Continue on this path, and you will surely die by his hands. Mother, that is superstitious nonsense.
The Queen is wise. Activate primary programming. Operation Search and Destroy. Phase shift.
Korg, his transtector, is a child of the shadow and is corrupting him. Well, if you ask me, and you haven't, he's already there.
We sent out the recon patrols, right? So they found the Doppelganger group, centralized in the central city.
The Dopplegangers appear to be leftovers from a group previously occupying the planet. They're Transformers.
The Doppelgangers are merely a robotic street gang. They're hardly worth our time. We must stop the Decepticons. They seem to be intriguing our colony on the base near the city. So, we must probably investigate and put a stop to it. The only way to fight them is with other Transformers. Obviously, we shouldn't be going in there.
The colony is probably not the best idea. However, in order to figure out where the locals are, even organized enough to liberate, I need someone down on the planet to make sure that it's not anarchy down there. It appears that a vessel of some kind is approaching. The vessel appears to be automated. It is signaling. This is not sending a signal from the energy field. However, it is possibly dangerous.
Maintain shields and open a channel.
So, you are friends of the Sentinels. My name is not important. Not yet. Now, if you make any attempt to stop my minions on the planet, I would have little choice but to destroy you. Yes.
Well, that's a tall order.
All right. My vessels are not important. My vessels are not strong. But my people, I will crush easily. Because I understand you humans quite well. I visited your world before. You're impulsive, impatient, insane sometimes.
Who are you to dictate terms to us?
I said before, my name is not important, but I am the leader of a powerful group on the planet, capable of eliminating any human infestation, such as yourselves. Do not cross me.
You can't possibly stop the Robotech vessel. I mean, it's ridiculous. We have thousands of troops and weapons. But we're not going to fight some petty street gang on the planet. So don't worry about it. The alien ship is displaying strange properties that I can't explain. Seems to be launching some sort of similar energy field to the energy field we encountered on the other planet. It's a trap.
Shields to maximum. Prepare to destroy the ship.
Destroy that ship. Fire.
The ship is destroyed, sir. You probably ticked him off.
We need to present strength on the planet. It's ridiculous, but we do. Contact the Sentinels and tell them we're going to go down there and figure out what these cult people are doing. Get the authorities on the planet. We know they're not in charge. They're just bullies, okay? I want to go down there and join the Sentinels on the planet.
I don't know why we'd do that, but very well, if you want to be where the action is.
It might be good for us to establish more of a presence on the planet. It might also startle these invader gangs. I'm not so sure of that, but since here we have no use for a flying force in that area, as Haydon 4 doesn't really have a space fighter force, I will allow it, but be careful. Who are you, and how did you get in here?
My name is not important now. I need your tech for a mission, to which would be paid handsomely. I have certain luminaries who cannot get to the Sentinels and the Robotech allies, so I plan to take matters into our own hands.
Your civil war does not concern me. The protection of Haydon's planet does.
But wait, we do not work against any Sentinels, as they are an infestation. And since you are of Haydon, you know of this truth. We must purge the planet of them, starting with their greatest warriors.
Humans do not have warriors.
They do. I should not tell you more of it.
You can hide nothing from me. I am Ritter.
My people are called the Dopplegangers. I know the name sounds a bit strange, but we literally are Transformers like you. We were once of the Hive, and of what the Sentinels now call Fort Max. That is before they stole it. Now we scout the galaxy looking to subvert the ranks of those who wronged us. Are you with me?
What about getting payment for this job? It better be plenty.
How does an entire planet worth of Cybertronium sound? It's yours. Help us take out these warriors.
I'm listening.
Excellent. I will give you names. The first targets will be the Sterlings. What's a Sterling? A weapon? These human warriors have an infestation. They call it colony on the planet. We have been fighting against it. It is a cancer. We plan to cut it out. These Sterlings have great influence over the colony. With their familial unit, they could destroy our future. So we'll destroy them.
That's too easy. Slaughtering flesh creatures. Why don't you do it yourself?
I told you they would infest us also with their protoculture energy. Either work for me, or the deal is off.
Protoculture is a fuel, not spirit energy. You're insane.
No, it's both. The universe has both because of the Robotech influence and the little Macross. Think of their pairs as a myriad or large group of cultures. Protoculture. To strike at it, one must drive them all to madness.
How?
Propaganda and mob mentality, my dear friend.
After the apparent defeat of the Regis, the Regent went into hiding temporarily, while the Robotech people brought the Sentinels to the ship, the SDF-3A, and eventually some of the Robotech people settled on the planet Haydon 4 also. It was an uneasy colony.
How is everything going down there, Miria? Terribly. As the locals acclimate to us, we must to them, and the locals are suffering. What? We only sent the group down there weeks ago. What's going on already? The children are insufferable. Ha! Well, that's going to happen. It's an alien planet. Note that we can't have any delinquents on the planet. They have their own. We had some of our people set up a military, a police station, and a school in their main city. They had the rest, which we just appropriated in short order. And if the Regent decides to return in force, it'll be obliterated for sure. We must establish a beachhead there. The city is your call. Well, the council's call. And you are the model family. Make it work. That's an order. Yes, sir. Don't make me come down there and complain to the council. Lisa out.
How are we going to explain to Admiral Hunter what happened?
Or the other stuff that happened. I can't tell if it's been days or weeks.
Well, I have an excellent sense of timing. I think it's only been 2 weeks since we got lost.
And you fought off what you thought was a bear.
I mean, it turned out to be a mongoose thing. It wasn't that scary. It was eating plants, though. What's that?
They're over here in the containment unit.
Well, it seems we found you just in time.
We may be too late, General.
But they're A-okay. We'll rescue them. Yo, Joe.
That's not what I meant. Oh, never mind. I'm Detective Tolomsky. You must be Baker and Penn. You're being rescued.
Thanks.
You guys injured or just lying there? No, we're fine. We're just
exhausted.
Shut up. It's not an interrogation.
Well, like I didn't see that one coming. Let's get out of here. Yo, Joe. The Veritechs are out of Protoculture. They're not going anywhere, sir. Well, that's just prime. Move out. Take the Veritechs in the landing craft bay. Yo, Joe. So, what did you all do today?
Nothing.
Well, Bowie, if you look to acquire a little enthusiasm in life, you might find something to do.
Dana?
Huh? What did you do today?
Went to school, Dad. Learned how to rip frogs apart and tell what they ate. And whether or not they were pregnant.
Aurora? Aurora?
I only answer to Maya. Stop that. That's the name of your dead twin sister. Mom, can I have some money? No, you're gonna go hang out with your creepy friends.
But I want to go out with the guys.
Well, from what I've heard, your grades are in jeopardy, Bowie. I think you'd better concentrate on your schooling first.
It's just that this weekend we're going out to Killer Cliffs Road and do some racing. And then we're heading out to the VR park for paintball and games. That's all. I think your mother's point was that you're not studying enough, Bowie. She's politely telling you to stay home and study. I can do that during the week.
Bowie, since you can't take a hint, I'll just say it. No, you're not going to go out with your friends. You need to take care of your grades. But it's just for the day. Damn it, Bowie, I should know. Make it stop. Ah!
Fine. That boy'd be lucky if he sees the sunrise of his 21st birthday. Should be around 2033.
It's just a phase. I can't breathe. Please, please, I can't breathe.
We've been having problems for the past week, haven't we? Want to discuss it?
Aurora used to be good in school. She could run as fast as the guys at PE and really annoy her female peers.
Okay, I'm not really going to deal with this now. Aurora, I've tried to be patient. You know the rules of PE.
Participation is mandatory, and if you can't comply, your folks will have to put you in another class. Right now, you and I have to take a trip.
I want 3 laps around the field. The first person to whine will take a 4th. Well, from what your record tells me, there must be a problem at home. You're a good student, Aurora. At least you were up until a couple of weeks ago.
Perhaps you could tell us what's going on.
Maybe she has asthma or something. Not unless she developed it over the last 2 weeks.
I don't know, but I can't get a hold of her parents. Her mother stepped out, and her father is in some kind of meeting he can't get out of. And her aunt is out of town.
Well, I guess I could take her home. Aurora, I'm going to take you home. Can you get your stuff? I guess I could send someone back with him, Jack. Aurora, we're here to help you, but you must tell us what's wrong. Are you having problems at home?
I want to finish the day.
My Earth name is Chadwell, but my G.I. Joe name is Steeler. Ready, set, go?
I hate my math paper.
Oh God, come on, hon. Let's go see the nurse right now.
Okay, what's this?
She done melted her math paper.
What is your name, hon? Aurora Sterling. Sometimes I go by Maya after my dead sister. Sterling, huh? You have a nosebleed. Sit down, bend over, and put this under your nose.
Yeah.
Dana and Bowie are your older sister and half-brother, aren't they? Unfortunately. Aurora, it says here that your folks both work, is that right? Yeah, all the time. Well, I've dispatched a call, but nobody's answering. It might take a couple of minutes, okay?
Do you think it's serious, Jenna McLeod?
Don't know. It could be anything. Stress, a fight at home, or other things. She didn't want to say drugs. Aurora, did you have any pain before today? Yes. Headaches, bad ones. I mean, you did cause the lights to go out earlier. Aurora's missed class several days this week. Her mother called and said she collapsed in her room. Hon, I must ask you some personal questions, okay? Did anybody hit you?
No. She suppressed Jenna M. I've been watching.
I can't enter that report. You know that. I need to call someone and bring in an expert. The little experiment will fail without it. No one's answering. It means no one's available to help her. I want Optimo.
What?
Optimo will pick me up.
Hon, it must be a human, okay? It's nice that a Sentinel would come by and pick you up after school, but you can't let him go with you during school hours without no parents' permission, okay?
Fine.
Jenna McLeod, wife of Buster McLeod. What happened now? Your daughter Aurora commanded the lights to turn off in class. And they did. She had a nosebleed and got depressed. Then she went on to math class where she melted a math paper. She is currently in need of a ride home, Commander. I will summon Delphra if she is available. We have to go and stop a malcontent raid on another part of the planet. And I can't be there right now. Mom, you're just saying that. You don't like me. You liked Maya better. I love you. What are you talking about? We should talk later. This should not get back to command. It will disrupt the colony experiment. Now, Aurora, you are to go home and wait there. Aunt Delphra will be there when you get there. I want you to go straight to your room and do your homework. No nonsense today. Got it? I didn't mean it. I love you.
Lisa, what's going on?
I'm not sure.
We haven't heard from the Sterlings in some time. Several weeks. Someone must go down to the planet and find out what's going on. I suspect that was a bad idea.
I tried to tell you.
It wouldn't make sense to send the Veritex down to the planet to deal with just some gang people and their cult leader. We don't even know what his name is. It's been several weeks and it's annoying.
I will send for the local authorities we put down there now. Get in contact with the Sterlings if possible.
Aren't they in deep cover in there, and they shouldn't be bothered? I mean, technically they are, right?
Well, they're not very undercover, really. They're pretty obvious. Especially now that the children are behaving badly.
Notify the authorities on the planet to inform them of what's going on. Make sure they find the Sterlings and convey to them that we are here.
It's a good thing our kid is not acting like theirs. Wonder why they adopted. Also, I'm in that too.
I guess we should count our blessings, Lisa. Could be a lot worse.
Ridiculous cult leader without a name. How dare he come to us claiming he has abilities to end the Sentinels? Preposterous.
He is rather pretentious.
You would know, Starsinger. I wonder what Regis is up to. I wonder what Optimo is up to. Ridiculous. He's probably just hanging out at his base, preening his weapon, as if it was a pet. As for Optimo, he probably is doing something new goody-goody. Yuck. Disgusting.
Does it really matter what they're up to, Regent? I mean, just as long as they aren't bothering us, we can do whatever we want out here on this world.
I'm not so certain. The local hedonists are not exactly friendly when it comes to invading here. We haven't been able to walk into so much as a village to threaten it, let alone Central City.
Perhaps we can use the doppelganger thing as a distraction. Then when things start to blow up, they'll just blame them.
I find your idea devious and misguided. However, it is something we would probably do. Yeah. Until we know what happened to the Regis, we will not make any sudden moves. And we still are not determined where she ended up.
Yes, she was annoying. Who needs her?
Shut up, you fool. She could be very useful to our plan.
Dana, we're not just a bunch of ogres forcing education down your throat. We are here to help you if you need it, you know.
Oh, Aurora just came in. She looks like hell. Dana, see if she's sick. Again, Mom. Don't use that tone with me, young lady. My days sucked. This guy nearly ran me over with a clone cycle, so I told him to drop dead. Imagine the gall that guy had. I think he was just trying to black book me. Ha ha! No, I just temporarily made it hard for him to use the urinal. That's all. What? Ha ha! Why did we adopt him from the Emersons? Now be nice. Hungry? Hey, it's just me. I live here too, you know. Mom said she and Dad were going to bring Chinese from Min May's restaurant tonight. They're leaving for the SDF-3 tomorrow.
Why?
Weekend excursion. Monday's a holiday. Some political holiday thingy or something. Aunt Delphra says hi and says she's going to come here, but she'll be back on Saturday. Are you okay, Rez? You look pale. Rez, are you hungry? I thought I was. I know this has been a hard adjustment for you lately, but Mom and Dad feel that you need to learn to live like the rest of us. Didn't you hear a word I said? Oh, geez, you've got a fever. How about I make you some soup and you can just go to bed?
Yeah, I know. I already talked to the school. She's going in for counseling tomorrow.
You think she's faking it? But if you figured it was all self-induced, they probably still would not have done anything. I think she's making herself sick, yes, but stop picking on her.
Well, guys, your mother and I are heading off to the mission for the weekend. Aunt Delphra will be in the SDF-3 until Saturday. So that means you're going to be on your own, more or less. We're leaving Aunt Missy's phone number in case you guys get into trouble. I'm sure nothing will happen, but she'll be there just in case.
Your fever has gone down, and you're fine. Children, you will just have to mind your sister and your aunt while we're away. We have no choice but to report to the mission. I don't need to tell you it's important. Dad, can I go to Fort Max this weekend since you guys are going to be gone?
Oh, I think you're doing just fine staying home.
Oh, please, I really miss. No, Aurora, you're to stay home and be with the family now. But the Genesis pit.
Aurora, what's your problem? Isn't your family good enough for you?
That's all you care about, what you want. What about what I want? I've been home for 4 weeks and said nothing, but you won't let me spend one weekend there. You don't belong there. You belong here with us. I just want to visit for the weekend. You're not going to be here. Get out of here. I don't want to look at you. Get your ass out of here.
The two older kids think they're too good for us.
I would say it's my side of the family, but we were raised in maturation vats.
Are you certain of this, sir? I am certain. It would appear that the male introducing himself as the cult leader is apparently someone from Earth. I am not sure how this is even possible, as we've never been to Haydon 4. It is very odd. But if he is a humanoid, then we must expose him. Indeed, sir. How do we do that? He won't even tell us his name. We can't ID him. If we could get a DNA sample, it would be possible to do a background check on him. But how can we possibly get close to him? There are ways, sir. The humans have the means. Perhaps we could just capture him and restrain him. Get it that way. We have not been able to liberate this planet any more than we could the other. But here it is worse, because the anarchy is far more ingrained. They are already fighting some sort of proxy war with the other Invid before it even started. They are not interested in the Decepticon version of the Invid. Maybe we can convince them to join the Sentinels or the Robotechs. How would we do that? The Robotechs would make more sense, as they behave more like the group than the Sentinels. Perhaps you're right. However, they do not appear genetically to be related to humans, except for the humanoids that they have come across. We must proceed with caution.
Hi, I'm Counselor Dromes of the Starship, as you know. The colony is also trying to stave off a major conflict. All of this is not about you or me. It's about the liberation of the planet. So, how was your day?
Hi.
Okay, Miss Chadwell reported you were doing nothing but daydreaming in class. You failed 3 tests and brought in no homework. All your teachers reported the same thing. No class involvement, no homework turned in, and this occurred after your mother called you in sick, and then sent you back to school the very next day. There's a report from Beyond regarding your refusal to participate in PE, and now, by county regulation, you're required to fulfill all student obligation or be expelled. Miss Sterling, do you know why this school system is the strictest in the nation?
You and Spacey has the most unique opportunity on the planet. We work side by side with the Sentinels, and to continue this relationship, we have to prepare the following generation for the future. This means stringent educational standards and training in most every field available. To us, from the pilot to the mechanic to the business administrator.
We want you to succeed. We want to put you up there. We want our best people out here, representing our world. We can't do that. We can't compete with other worlds if we don't train our young properly. Now, I know the competition here is stiff, but competition only weeds out the weak and the sloppy.
From your previous records, you've shown us you were capable of great feats. You're physically talented, and you turned down our sports programs, despite Beyond's persistent pleas. You're mathematically inclined, and also good in writing. You've been blessed in so many areas, Aurora, but you're going nowhere. And frankly, the school and your parents are concerned.
Now, as far as some of the incidents, the headaches and so forth, we've been told by your folks that it's your way of getting attention so that they have to let you live with the Sentinels. I'm here to find out if that's true or not. I haven't been faking, Mr. Holmes. I have no reason to. Okay, some of these things could be what's called psychosomatic. In other words, Aurora, your subconscious causes yourself to be sick. You may not mean to consciously, but subconsciously your mind says, gee, I don't want to be here, not in the real world. Let's make ourselves sick, so they have to send us back. And frankly, the school does support such notions. Now, as for some of the incidents, the headaches and so forth, we've been told by your folks that it's your way of getting attention, so they have to let you live with the Sentinels. I'm here to find out if that's true or not. I've had this problem since I was a baby. How could I have started it now? Okay, you finally answered. Let's look into that, shall we? How close are you to your parents?
Not very.
So you think the Sentinels are better adept at handling your needs than your parents? I feel better around Optimo and Remy. I don't feel sick living in Fort Max. I feel sick when I'm home, and I felt sick for the last 3 weeks. Okay, define sick. Constant headaches. I can't breathe. I break out in this. Oh, this is stupid. Ugh. No one believes me. What's the use of answering your questions if you think I'm making it up?
That's enough, Aurora.
All we want to do is help you, that's all. We can't do it if we don't communicate with us.
I've done that. My parents don't care about anything but what they want. That's all that matters to them. They get mad at me if I ask to spend the weekend with Optimo and Remy. Aurora, get back here and sit down. I've done what everyone else wants me to do, and I'm doing something for myself now.
We just learned from Exodor and Brutai that they want to get a hold of the unnamed cult leader's DNA somehow, and run a background check because it seems they suspect he's a humanoid. Unlike most of the robotic creatures that are on the planet, it doesn't appear that anyone is in charge here. But that doesn't mean we can be in charge.
No, it is unfortunate that we do not have the resources to capture an entire planet full of robotic creatures that have the power to transform, but alas, we do not. Sorry we're late. There's been some trouble on the planet. We came as fast as we could, but something's always holding us up.
I should say, there's been an uptake in gang activity near the residential district. It's most distressing.
It's good of you to have reported in, fine. However, we didn't contact you. How's that possible? We've received a transmission ordering us to return to the ship.
Not from us.
It's got to be a trick, a trap.
Who could possibly orchestrate such a thing? Who even knows we're there, other than the other human staff of the planet?
Why couldn't it be one of the humans? What? No one in the crew would betray us.
A lot of people know we're having issues down on the planet. A lot of people.
Send for the local authorities on the planet to investigate. Have them go to your house before it's too late.
You don't think it'd have anything to do with the Invid, do you?
Unlikely, but anything is possible. With that weird energy field clearly messing with our heads we got here, who knows? We've been unable to synthesize any kind of a cure for whatever it is, because it's not a disease. I will contact the house at once and find out what's going on.
Make sure that Dana sees that Bowie doesn't go anywhere this weekend. He's to stay home and do his homework. I also want the place picked up. Mom, someone's been here. Aurora, don't interrupt. Sorry. Somebody's been here at the house. Everything's all messed up. What? The house, Mom. It's all torn up. Get out of there. I sent for the police. Just do what I say. Leave the house.
Cut it off. Where is it, Aurora?
What? I think you know. I think you're the one that stashed it. Where is it? Where is the damn package, Aurora?
I don't know what you're talking about. She doesn't have any package. It's hidden away. She ain't got nothing, you crazy bastard. Get out of here.
Search the closet and leave them in the house. Blasted the ant with space drugs. She's out in the kitchen. Let's get out of here.
Where's the device?
You guys need to get out of here. I was for our kitty cat to save us.
Kitty cat? No kitty cat will stop us. Where's the device?
We don't have your stupid device, but we do have Maya and my new friend, Mylene.
Hey, she transformed me over here. She can't do that. Muck, you're an idiot. She has the device, obviously. Shall I rip them apart? We already sprayed the ant with the drugs. She's out. Let's take the device from the kids and get out of here.
No, my kitty's gonna kick your ass.
Hello, lunch. Oh, I think we should time shift out of here. But boss, it could be a trick from that machine they have. Meow. Seems pretty real to me, Shift. He was delicious.
That's my kitty cat. Aurora, how did you do that? Oh man, you mean I didn't chase them all? Don't be absurd, stepbrother. When I was on the other side, I decided to intervene and stop the Dopplegangers, because they're idiots. You're Solaria. You're dead. Young one, death has no meaning to the shapings of the Protoculture. Mylene, you've already affected the timeline too much as it is. We must bring the Robotech people to save their children. So be it. Regis is coming. He's coming. Regis is coming. She's coming. Regis is coming. She's coming. What the heck happened here, Detective? There's a break-in at the house. They drugged the ant. She's high as a kite. Get the children to the hospital at once. They may have been harassed, beaten, or molested. It's horrible. Regis.
This was a deliberate message, Max. Calling card. They know we're here.
You can't stay here any longer. I suggest some of you go hang out with the Sentinel Autobots.
Find out who did this. I swear it.
Clearly, this street gang is not an ordinary gang of thugs. Crossed a line. Commander Solaria, where are you? Miria, I know you can sense me. I was wrong to betray the Robotechs. Think of this as evening the score.
How did we get here? And how's that guy chewed up like some kind of cat-like predator got to him?
I don't know, but the ant's over there. She got a face full of drugs and is passed out. Somebody was a hitter with him.
You're all right.
Solaria and Maya saved us. I know, but how? They were looking for a device of some kind, Mother. They didn't find it. Well, it's good you're all right.
We should be going.
I will be here if you need me. Oh my god, what are you? Maya is now with us. We are of the shadow. We are of Haydon 4. But I am the light of Haydon 4.
Enter, Maximus. I didn't realize you were still here.
I doubled the patrols on the roads. We received reports of citizens crashing into railings or cliff sides because of things they think they're seeing crossing the road at night or twilight.
Is that so? Tell me, Maximus, have we had any other unusual incidents in the city? Any fragments of odd occurrence?
Such as?
People in costume. Things or people that are out of place.
Not that I've heard, Optimo. They say, though, that there's a new designer drug out on the street, and they call it Joyous.
What's it made of?
Unknown. I'm sending someone out to investigate this afternoon, but I'm feeling apprehensive.
It's all wrong. This isn't supposed to be. This isn't supposed to happen now.
But I'm feeling apprehensive about this whole thing, Optimo. I think we should call an extra backup on this.
I'm sorry, Maximus. I must be wearing down. Perhaps I should recharge or simply head into town and find some.
Optimo, it's me.
Maximus, have everyone keep a sharp optic out. I suspect we're against something we haven't seen yet. Tell them to report anything out of the ordinary, even if it's a dog chewing gum.
Perhaps it is time to find out.
Boss, sir, we have a prank caller online. I thought you might want to hear it. Thanks, Hope. Put it through. Hi. Is this Dolomsky? Unfortunately. What can I do for you, pal? I have a warning for you. I have seen the twin, and I know of the sixth. What twin? Sixth what? Are you talking about the puppets? Did you send that thing to us? I don't have much time. They're all around the city, you know. I can see them. I know what they look like. It's horrible. I must tell you that the Watcher has seen enough, and that the killer is prepared. Oh God! Not again! Not again! It's going to strike! Again! Hey Aaron, I want a citywide sweep ASAP. No, I don't know what to look for. Just have the boys look, and I mean really look. Anything weird and out of the ordinary, anything at all. Got it? And see if you can't have streets come in a little early today.
What is this, a series of bad jokes?
What is this, a series of bad jokes? No, sir, it's all the people that turned up missing last night. What's this all about, Marge? A soccer game held at Cascade High last night? The city buses, sir? A diversionary tactic. How many are missing, Marge? 15, sir. No discriminating age, gender, or race, just people. Who was responsible for this? Why haven't they made any demands? What was their purpose? Boss, it's Streets. Hey, Streets. You coming in today? What the living hell? Are you becoming psychic too?
Miss Strawberg called and asked the same thing. She said she was up all night with night terrors. We got 15 people missing. I'll be here waiting for you then, and I'll get in touch with Miss Strawberg. Whole thing is starting to get personal. Okay, see you then.
I'm sorry to drag you back in here, Miss Strawberg. I know this whole thing's been hard on you. I've got a couple of my guys on the lookout for other psychics in town that might be willing to help us. What's with a stick? I haven't slept all night, Mr. Lomsky. I close my eyes and I see 6 faces, all of them laughing at me. Oh, 6? Did you say 6? 6 faces? Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Would you come? No, wait. Wait right here. Don't move so much as a millimeter. I'll be right back. Mrs. Strawberg? Move back a little. Oh my God, what the hell is that? My God, what is it? It's speaking in gibberish. It is a present from our friendly neighborhood terrorists. Yes, but why is it shrieking in gibberish? What do you mean? I mean, we're 3 clones of you. I figured 4 heads were better than 1. Yes, my late husband was able to clone several of me and put you in society. I mean, there's so much energy here, a great deal of confusion. But it's organized confusion. They all have names. That's the Watcher, that's the Killer. He's known as the Punisher, the Arsonist, the Thief, the Executioner. Man, I don't know what we'd do without you, Miss J. Chief, I need to visit the Puppet Museum, the one Streets went to. It has a dark past? What do you mean, dark past?
Well, in ancient times, some cults used puppets and masks to represent their union with the gods they worshipped. They used puppets to represent themselves and masks to take on the gods' power.
We had all weekend to think about what you told us on Friday, Streets.
Oh, it was nothing.
It must be something. It upset you quite a bit.
I've been told the police department had a copy of it. We could ask Solomsky. It's part of the case, I guess. Gibberish. What?
It's what you're trying not to say. Something about gibberish.
How did you... Oh, never mind.
They wanted me to walk into the cell where the only suspect stayed the night, but I think I'd rather wait. It's probably too active for me to approach yet.
Yeah, so how'd you know? Never mind, I don't want to know.
Psychic activity is like a fire. If it's ablaze out of control, like some strong emotions, it's too much for me to handle. I can't decipher it because it's too loud. I mean, to allow the energy to dissipate enough to approach it. If we're clones of you through the Drotty technology, like we ain't got any powers. No, you do. You're just not as good at cold reading as I am.
Yeah, Tech. Here's Teslaus. Silbert. Ask it. Dodi Roy Kill Ayub. Dodi Roy Kill Ayub. Dodi Roy Kill Ayub. Dupli Kill Ayub. Dovri Kill Ayub.
Chief, could you replay that? Absolutely. I hadn't seen anything like this before. It's like some kind of devil language or something.
That's it. And again. Ask it. Again. Ask it. 6. How'd you know?
There's an old TV show in the 1990s called Twin Peaks. It's backwards, like on that show. They did that a lot. You mean intentionally? It is backwards. You want me to play it? I mean, I could. You guys think you're going to find some prize in the words or something?
6 troubles shall visit the city. We will lick your blood. We will lick your blood. We will lick your blood.
You were supposed to find this. I think our terrorists are about ready to announce themselves.
We don't know what they look like. We don't know how to find them. There's no clues anywhere. Just like they're ghosts walking among the living.
No, there must be something more. Something we're overlooking, or something we haven't found yet. Chief, I'd like to visit that room.
I will allow it.
Chief, can you turn the lights out for just a second? What is it? I think there's something in the blood. I guess we better get this analyzed. I can't believe you found me, is what you say is true.
It would appear that the enemy units are increasing their attacks on the city. Would it be unwise for us to attempt to interfere with the local drama on the planet?
We cannot interfere, no. There's just too much going on down there. So we must continue to monitor the situation. There's no one officially in charge except for our people that we planted on the planet. That's not good.
The planet is descending into anarchy, and we didn't actually do anything really to pause it. The Dopplegangers are apparently rising in power down there, and for no reason other than they are an anarchy group.
I'm concerned that Max and Miria cannot handle what's going on down there. Well, we should get them out of there. We should extract them immediately.
Well, to extract them immediately would be a problem, because then it would prove that we weren't prepared for the situation.
We weren't prepared for the situation. Nothing on this planet makes any sense. The energy field and all that doesn't make sense to me.
Yes, and the children seem more susceptible to the energy field than the adults, except for Dana, who apparently doesn't seem to have the spark the other children do.
I'm not sure why that is. Doesn't make sense if she's different. Aurora seems to have the spark, but Dana doesn't. Kind of odd. I just don't know how to explain it.
We must figure out what's going on. I keep saying that a lot, but we don't understand the situation. It is unknown, and the unknown is different. Frightening and difficult. I need your help. Spike and I do not have the same capabilities as human psychics. We need someone who can think on a completely separate plane. Someone who sees with another frequency.
That isn't exactly playing by the rules.
That's what's kept us alive.
When and where do I start? At the hospital. There was another break-in that happened last night.
And will you be accompanying me? Perhaps. And what does that mean?
I may or may not come. She needs you, doesn't she? How did you find out about the incident?
I have a good information system, Allison Strawberg. I know the city and I know the people who work here.
Then why do you need me?
Because the people we're up against aren't from here. I don't even think they're human. No one sees anything, and yet we have one catastrophe after another. I don't know what's going to happen next, and my concern is distracting.
Because you have other immediate concerns for the moment? I understand. Look, if it's all right with you, I'd like to poke around. Look what's been discovered and visit some of those off-limits places. I'll need a day or two to get the feel of the city.
Thank you, Allison. Your help is invaluable. I must leave. They need verification downtown. Something about metallurgy. I want to see Dana before then.
Time to save the world again, Optimal Zor?
Not that complicated. Not today.
Someone called the paramedics.
What all in heaven hit her like that?
An explosion happened. It affected her mind, but we should go to the hospital.
Let's transform and roll out. I do not understand. Why should I care about these flesh creatures? The flesh creatures seem to be vying for control of the planet here. So, you will have to convince me that this is even worth my time. I have not heard from Ritter in some time. I wonder what he's up to. Nor has the Regis popped up recently. What is she up to? Surely she's planning and plotting. The humans seem to be fracturing. The Robotechs are apparently behaving in a way that is consistent with the energy fields that we activated on the other planet. They seem to be adversely affected by it. We should use this to our advantage, Regent. The street gang is not our concern, sir. It is what they're peddling that is. The space energy in the form of some narcotic. If they use the energy, it will eventually destroy the organics. Well, if I cared about what happened to the humans, given some space narcotics, I really don't, though. And I don't really think we can use that against them. However, it seems the Autobot Sentinels are distracted by the humans, especially the one girl who does not seem to be affected by the energy field. That would make them vulnerable. We should strike.
Use the gang war as a distraction again. They're already making a fright of things. We don't need to help them. Nor would I.
Yes, my lord, but if we did raise some hell, I'm sure you would approve, right?
Yes, if you wish to go break something, I will allow it. Everyone that was exposed the night of the break-in hallucinated and had to detox for days.
But the Sterling girl, Dana, hasn't come out of it.
Her sister Aurora has a residual effect and is under observation.
Fascinating. Claims the children had help from a ghost who brought them their parents. Fascinating.
They did find a mauled agent. None of their pets could have done that.
Dana claims it was Aslan.
Who?
Their tabby cat. Aurora wished for it to transform into a lion from a children's book, and it did.
That Aslan. From the Chronicles of Narnia? Where did it go?
It's just a kitty again. Can't explain the ghost. It was Maya. Baffling.
Did you teach her this? Who, me?
Optimozor. What a pleasant surprise.
Could you see that all the hospital bills go to Fort Max? I don't want her parents involved in this.
Well, yeah, Fort Max.
Yeah, Fort Max. We got plenty of those minerals you humans like.
Well, I guess I could inform the accounting department.
Dana had been in sick bay for a while since the previous incident. There's not all there. Good. Can we see Dana? We won't be long. We just want to make sure she's sleeping okay.
Sure, but she's locked in a room. Don't try to free her.
Okay. Look, Remy, shush. I found a baby bird.
Look at that. Hi, baby bird.
Was that a peep? She squeals when she talks. We were in the neighborhood and heard the hospital had a new addition to their pet farm, and we came to look.
Can't we adopt her and take her home?
Shush. They'll hear you and kick us both out.
All right, you three. There you go, walking up to the miss. You're gonna have to leave now.
But she's cute. Can't we just take her home?
Oh no, I'm part of the package. You take the girl and you have to take me too. Seems your new nanny doesn't want us to stay the night with you, Dana. We'll come back and check on you later. Will you wait for us?
Okay. I am concerned that Dana is spending too much time with the authorities and isn't properly recovered from the incident. I can't explain, and that really bothers me. Well, Max, I don't know what to tell you. I don't understand what's going on either. I really can't blame it on the energy field thing, despite our best efforts to try. I know that I'm to blame, not doing a good job parenting. Why is it all happening right now? Right here, on this planet. It never came up before. The medical teams have not been able to figure out how the energy field is affecting us. It seems to be like our own brainwave patterns, which is part of the problem. It's about the stuff that I don't know much about, so I don't ask. I know that our relationship in the other universe was quite a bit different, and that we can't base our existence on them. However, there should be some markers that are similar. It doesn't make sense that somehow I've become less of a genius just because we're in a different timeline. Well, intelligence doesn't make you a good parent, Max. Doesn't make you a bad one either. It seems the city authorities that we brought here are overstepping their bounds. I mean, we could just step in as a military contingent and just fire them all. Order them back to the ship or something. I don't know if we can do that, Max. We set them up here as a colony if we just decide, oh, now we have problems and we can't work them out, so you're all fired. No, we can't do that. I want what's best for me and Miria and the kids and all that. I don't think it's being selfish or something. It's just been very stressful. We're used to being flyboys, not family people. That's true. Excuse me, sir. I may have something. Sir, I believe I've isolated where the energy field is coming from. You probably won't like it. Let me guess. The protoculture matrix on the ship is generating all this. In a sense, yes. How did you know? It was a guess. However, it seems that the protoculture would come up eventually. So this planet is tied to it and it's increasing its hold on us because we're here. Is that what's going on? I've been able to figure out why Dana, and only Dana, is not directly affected by the energy field. Surely there are other people on the ship that are not affected by the energy field. Maybe other hybrids.
but apparently Aurora is affected by the energy field. We cannot run tests on them. It would be unethical, but we are back at the mercy of the city authorities, who apparently pulled rank. We have reason to believe that the authorities are holding Dana in some sort of hospital on the planet. We can arrange for you to see her, I suppose. Whatever altering her is making her not want to have anything to do with us. I need to find out with discretion. This is bullshit. Let me get this straight. These crates were a shipment of certain ionized gases for laser equipment and a metallic hydrogen wrapped in antigrav units bound for Delablan. But when Nuru Baklavich did a property check, she found 3 cases of Pallades semi-solar .19 laser rifles, 2 cases of Pisces .26 double target pulsators, and 1 box containing 3 Antares .105 screamers. Yes, sir. And what exactly did you do with those shipments? Standard procedure is to notify Ultra Magnus and City Security, sir. And me, which didn't happen. So was Magnus notified? No, not right away, sir. We set the weapons aside in the lockup. You set them aside in a lockup? Guard, do you know what an Antares Screamer is? It's a weapon, sir. No, it's mass destruction wrapped in extraterrestrial metal, held together by means even our science can't explain. An Antares Screamer can wipe out a whole city with a single shot. I want everything checked. I want you to open every single one of those crates, and I want them marked, photographed, and I want every shred of photo and markings on digipads in my desk in 2 days. 2 days. No mistakes. I've never seen anything quite like this before.
I know all of you are anxious to see what I've discovered.
As you are all aware, this symbolizes DNA. Every living creature's body is encoded by its strands. It acts as a computer code. Now this is a sample of human blood. The side next to it here shows the blood sample of the alien species known as the chaperonite. Here we have a sample of the blood found in the terrorist's cell after he died. The properties are yet undetermined, but the discovery is that whatever infiltrated the terrorist's body is of extraterrestrial origin and has unknown characteristics. Lang, what you're saying is that whatever the other stuff is, it's not from anything around here, on Haydon, but some kind of drug. To my knowledge, Talspexor, the properties do not coincide with any narcotic that I am aware. If you speak of the recent narcotic known as Joyous, then I most certainly cannot acknowledge any connection between them. Narcotics are, for the most intent and purposes, manufactured. This is of natural origin. What exactly does that mean, Professor? What are we dealing with? I don't know the answer to that, Toppo. I only know that the terrorist blood is a small sample of what we're dealing with. The sure thing, we're not just dealing with ordinary humans. What exactly this DNA has to do with the terrorist is also not known. Are they using it for super strength, super endurance, or just ceremonial rites? I don't know this. Excuse me for a moment, Lang.
Boss, yeah, I got it here, Jeff. I'm watching it live and free. Thanks. Just keep everyone calm. No one is to talk to the reporters until we hold a press conference. What the hell? Alright, then let's move to the conference. End simulation.
End screens. Sir, no sign of Ritter or the Regis. These flesh creature doppelgangers are becoming increasingly annoying as time goes on. They keep muscling in on our plans. Preposterous. They do appear to be driving the Robotechs crazy, and the Sentinels are driven to distraction. I say it is time to strike and to strike hard. Sir, with your permission, of course. It would be my pleasure to go into the city and do a little mayhem. I would enjoy it profusely. Please let me go, sir. Very well, but the humans are not my concern. Only if they cross our paths will they be our concern. You will go and report back if you find anything unusual. Feel free to break a few of them. That would be fun. Well, I kind of wish we knew what we were fighting, but I'm willing to do it. Oh, we know what we're fighting. It just doesn't seem like it has any point. Why don't we just seize the planet, you'd say? To which I'd say, well, because we don't have to. They're pathetic. Why would I want the planet? Yes, and with our most valuable weapons apparently absent without leave, we cannot know the next move. We must find out what it is, lest they turn on us as well.
I just got word that the Dopplegangers are used in some sort of puppets, small Transformers, against the others. Bombs on them and stuff.
What? That idea isn't even very clever. There aren't many explosives you can stuff in that smaller package like that. Oh well.
Have the medical drones look into the energy field, and have the scientists look into it as well. I wish to know exactly what we're dealing with, and how we might use it to destroy the Sentinels and the Robotechs. Smith.
Yes, sir. I am Killer. Put your toys away, everybody. The Dopplegangers are in town.
I'd give real money if that thing would shut up.
I suspect our terrorists, these Dopplegangers, are waiting for someone to catch them red-handed.
Sir, with your permission.
Streets, have you found any other information?
Nothing that we haven't just seen, sir.
If the terrorists are going to strike again, can you guess where?
I'd like to try that one, Tall Spike.
I don't know if you've gotten Street's report yet, but the department received a gift from the Dops. A toy bus filled with 6 puppets. 2 of them were seen just a moment ago. If the Watcher is giving room for the killer, chances are that's what's going to take place. I think, and this is only a guess, I think we're looking at the possibility of whole groups of people in danger.
I've already taken liberties to hire on Hope to have a look around. I don't want to leave any part of the city left unchecked. I can guarantee you that every Sentinel here will give you all the help you need, Chief Talomsky. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna go home and get some sleep. You guys can pick me up tomorrow at 10 a.m., okay?
You need a lift, Mrs. Strawberg? Would you like to walk home?
Commander, sir. Cabell, what's the matter?
Matter? No matter, sir. No, I was talking with Tall Spike Zora a night or 2 ago, and he mentioned something about your little Miss Remy having a vision about Morgan Stadium. I thought I might have a look-see there, with your permission.
Good idea. Perhaps I'll even accompany you.
No, you won't.
What?
I'm going. That's settled. Tall Spike.
Look, I've been watching you over the last few days, and you're uptight, nervous, and exhausted.
Said the motor to the engine.
Touché, but I'm not as tired as you. You fell asleep on your own desk yesterday. We're both worn out. Okay, here's the deal. You rest now. No working. When I get back, I'll take a snooze. I'm tagging along with Tall Spike and going to check this out also.
What's wrong, Miss Jameson?
It is too loud here. I cannot hear myself think.
I don't understand.
There's too many psychic footprints to single anything out. I can feel laughter and disappointment, and children shouting, adults tossing their worries and frustrations aside for the afternoon or evening. If what you say is true and there's someone here, I can't pinpoint it because of the interference.
What can we do? What can we do to reduce the noise?
I might be able to work it out if we had another psychic here. We could channel the noise, but other than that, I'm not sure what to do.
The other girl Optimus talked to, she might be able to help. Good idea, Streets. It's not too late yet. How are all the clones of Allison doing?
I didn't get the whole story. What are we doing here?
A friend of ours had a nightmare 2 nights ago. She described this field and a group of people, and said that she suspected someone might be buried here.
I see. I can sense there was a trial here once, wasn't there? Something about an oil field, a stolen energon, burger. Not Schonberger, Burger Industries, is it?
I don't have first account details, but yes, there was a frame-up several years ago on Earth, in Central City. They had a trial and found Optimo and the other Sentinels guilty. Optimo complied with the exile. He found out later that if he had resisted instead of following his instructions, Burger would have released a virus, killing both Sentinel and Invid.
I didn't know that. Optimo never said anything of the sort. Everyone was so mad at him for making such a dumb decision.
Yeah, he doesn't talk to me about it either.
I don't sense a damn thing here, Streets. Not a single shred of death. There's gotta be something we're overlooking. Maybe that's what's wrong with Optimo. Maybe that's what's wrong with him. Maybe. What exactly did your friend say? Maybe it's not the location so much as the event that she saw. After all, we're on another planet.
She said she saw a warehouse out by the football field,
and heard a lot of chanting. A group of people in costumes stood in a circle around another group of people, tied, lying on their backs.
Wait, chanting. Here, okay. Is there a warehouse somewhere nearby? Wreckage. Oh, they used to be. They tore it down some years ago.
There. What's in that direction?
That's about what a warehouse used to be.
Where did they come from? There's nobody here but us, Mr. Robert. I don't know what you're talking about.
The people in the stands, Tallspec. All those people there. There's nobody here but us, Mr. Robert.
There. Ashleen? She can't hear you. She sees only the life force of those murdered here. We need time to mark the places. She's not going anywhere. She can't. She's locked up.
I think you better get somebody down here. Looks like Dana was right. I'd just like to know how she knew.
Boss, it's uglier than we thought. Lay it on me, men. Bones, sir. Looks like several bodies were buried here a long time ago. Hard to tell how many. Man, I was just about to call you, Optimal. What's wrong? 3 idiots from the cult attacked one of the Decepticons, trying to start a fight. One of them fired and killed one person. Very well. Contact Jetfire and tell him to meet me. And Remy?
We have a situation on the highway.
What is it?
Something about a barrier on the road blocking traffic. No, make that 2. One on either side of I-5, north and south. Well, south on the gate side bound for here. But there's one on the I-5 for northbound in Central City.
Fine, I'll take Ultra Maximus and go check it out. Someone's gotta go. Would you like me to send...
I'll go.
What? No, you're not. Not without Tallspec. Someone needs to look at the blockades, and someone else needs to go to the other side. What's eating Optimo?
He's worried about Dana.
They knew precisely what they were doing, Maximus. How in the universe did these things appear? Why didn't anyone report helicopters in the area? Or anyone crossing the roads at night? How could these things just suddenly be there?
No one saw a single thing. I have the whole city working double shifts, and still, you have to admit, the Dopplegangers are good. They thought of everything.
Nope, not everything. There's still 2 options open to us. Air support and the railway.
Right, and the Champerlight ambassador arrives this afternoon.
Maximus, I have to go to town. Bring the Dinobots out. Send them at post and meet me at the airport. The Dinobots, Optimo? You know what this reminds me of, Maximus? President of Peace principle. Right, a Trojan horse. You bring something into a town, something people won't consider dangerous, and later on you spring a trap.
What do you think of being this trap? You gotta stop it.
I thought you'd be with Streets and Farrington.
I had to switch with Mr. Bright and Shiny, since I needed more time to work with the disc.
And Talomsky?
Yeah, he was grumpy about it, but they sent him to the VR center.
What are you doing here right now? We're supposed to be on patrol.
Nothing, I just thought I should scout around with that trap that hasn't been sprung yet.
Incoming. What the hell is that?
Looks kind of like a Veritech from the future.
Execute them! Yes! I got a better idea. Blast the big one and capture the smaller one. They're not even showing up at the sensors. Battle stations.
They're humanoids. We can't shoot humanoids. They're humanoids.
We can't let them kill us with that big blue guy either. Get out of here, Hope. No!
Get out of that train and watch your feet.
Where's Hope?
Huh. Keep your scanners peeled for Hope. Get these people out of here. It's gotta come first.
I can't believe they'd be this brave and go this far. You don't think this was what he saw before he was attacked, do you?
Hard to tell, sir. Anybody see anything? There was a huge truck just like this one.
I'm not getting any signal at all. If Hope is still alive, she's unconscious and unable to contact us.
Your other friend there in the ditch tried to help him. The terrorist got him. Shush. Later there, big guy. Later.
Greetings to you, Optimozor, leader of Sentinels. Here, we come greeting, just arrived off of Centaurus. Oh, and have you met the ambassador there? Much power, that one. Direct. Yes, I understand he was considering a new contract with the Guardians. Seeking to replace space station, he sent a message to you. Oh? Not forsake original plan. Stay target. What target? Other considerations. Chaperonite DNA, not what you think. Not connected to Dopplegangers. Insulted by thoughts and rumors. Displeased by rumors. Ambassador, I'm shocked you know. Who told you about that? Rumors abound. No, there was no consideration. We found the DNA strand in his blood that resembled chaperonite DNA. But no other conclusions were reached. I don't know who released the information, but I assure you that we're not pointing fingers at anyone at this point. Not to create rumors, not considering chaperonite guilt. No, Ambassador, I am sorry you heard it. It was not to leave the conference room. Good, chaperonites enjoy here. Haydon for a nice place. Uh-oh. Commander, we gotta get you out of here.
No, there might be survivors in the planes. The ambassador, there was an explosion in the building.
There's nothing we can do now.
Jet fire. We gotta get him out of here. He's in shock.
The fire isn't out yet.
The emergency crews can handle that. Come on.
I can stand. I'm all right. When he exploded, my gonads didn't get destroyed.
Actually, you're not going anywhere. He blew off one of your legs. Your gonads are over there. I think I found his balls of steel over here.
Oh no, will Andromeda ever love me again? No, wait. I'm a robot. They just rebuild them. Optimo seems to have a beeline to a part of you I never want to see. There's more than I can say from my... Oh, somebody picked that up. Hello, old friend. It seems they picked a fight with you too. Huh. Oh yeah. I guess Cabell's already given you a lecture about going anywhere by yourself. Well, no, not yet anyway. Besides, you were going to meet me there. I wouldn't have been alone if they hadn't gotten to you first. Oh, sorry, old friend. Well, that's just prime. I haven't been fair to you lately. Not fair to anyone. I don't know how to tell you this. I don't know how else to say it. But something's wrong. It's not something Metacroids can fix. I don't know what's wrong. I don't believe in what's wrong. I know I'm not making any sense, but whatever it is, it's not with me for the moment. You can't do anything. It's feeding on me. Every day I feel a little more of myself drifting into nothing. I feel nothing. I feel for no one. A well of darkness is covering me. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know how else to tell you, except I'm sorry. Let me help. I'm your friend. We've been friends for a long time. Why don't you turn to me now? Because I don't want you contaminated. I don't want the source of this thing. I don't know if it'll transfer to Tallspike or not. And one of us has to keep a clear head. Maximus, if I lose my mind, do something unspeakable, swear to me that you will end me. No. We've always been there for each other. Just like right now. You sat there for hours waiting for me to wake up. And at what expense? No, we have to be there for each other. I'm your support. Are you prepared to descend into darkness? Can you look upon madness and not lose your mind? Have you ever danced with the devil? You were sent back to us, Optimo. By some miracle, some unforeseen event brought you back to us. I'm not letting you go without a fight. I may not have the answers right now. But we need you if we're about to walk through the fires of the pit. We need you to be with us. No, Optimo, don't tap out. Let's talk, Optimo. Would you two give it a rest? The space medics are coming to rescue us. Optimo and I were just talking. You two are delirious. Just listen to yourselves. You should get a room when this is over. Days later, after everyone was repaired.
Hello, I'm Dana's caseworker.
Okay, but not much has been said about you.
But you visited us before. Optimo didn't tell you.
Tell me what?
He hired me. Well, let me get right to the point. There's been an incident with Dana. I received a report from the Antelope Medical Clinic, and I think that you should like to know what's going on.
What do I look like here? Am I supposed to be a god or something? Yeah, you guys figure out a better way or I'll just sign my name on it.
That isn't acceptable. You're going to prohibit the freedom of the population because someone is trying to disrupt daily life. I'm with you on this one. I want to know what's going on with Dana. I'm serious, folks.
Thanks. Look, we got 8 places completely closed down, now under cleanup and reconstruction.
Optimo, do you want to say something?
Yes, Chief Talomsky, thank you. Last week we hired another telepath. We're prepared to hire more and get them in here if necessary, and station them throughout the city. So far we've been successful in recovering other bodies. The next step will have to include all of your departments. Wait, we're going to hire more telepaths? You know, they only work on this planet, not elsewhere. No, but we're recommending dog teams. Here's what we suggest. There will be 4 patrol shifts consisting of dogs, military and police, and a few telepaths. There will be overlapping in all areas.
And what Dana saw is related to this. That's why I'm here.
What we're trying to do is look for the ordinary that's not so ordinary. We figure that's how they're operating as well. They look like everyone else. So far, we've been able to determine the Dopplegangers operate as twins. Shape-shifting? Not quite. Something more like leather jackets in summer temperatures. Also, we recommend more security around the schools. As you know, there's been several children disappearing over the last few days. This is a very critical and dangerous time. We have limited resources and no way of telling when the Doppelgangers will attack next. What is it?
Oh, nothing. I just noticed a set of twins out the window, and one on the other side.
What?
Nothing. I just saw a set of twins.
Primus, no sides. Grab one of them. We can't let them get away. They know where Hope is. Streets? No, let me go. I gotta go after him. He knows where Hope is. We gotta get him.
We need to concentrate on getting these guys.
They've got Hope. I know, but reacting like a madman isn't gonna help him. We need to concentrate on getting these guys. I overreact. Now what are we doing now? Sitting atop a building, looking at a not-so-extraordinary sunset?
Calm before the storm?
Calm before the storm.
Optimo and Tallspike, how do you feel about custody?
Custody? Sorry, Op, we were already adopted. We're stuck with you. I think she means Dana. Oh, well, who do we decide to take care of her? We'll both chip in. You. She's a sterling. That makes her a priority. Did a great deal for us as people and species. We owe her something for it. And Dana is in trouble. Well, since you said we both chip in, how so? When do we start? I'm going to file custody tomorrow morning, based on a request on her health. I'll have Dr. Harriman make a report based on her research regarding Dana's depression, and I'll ask Captain Fairborn to ask for certified letters regarding Dana's behavior in school. It isn't much, but it should be a good start. I'm going to file for custody tomorrow morning, based on a request on her health. I'll see if we can't get our hands on those other reports from the emergency room she was sent to 2 weeks ago. That's it. There's doppelgangers right outside. I'm going to go after them. No, I'll go, and I'll take Jetfire with me. Tall Spike. No, you and Mag suffered enough damage. Besides, someone needs to be here just in case Dana calls and needs help. I'll be here. I know, but now it's time to roll out. Spots, plasma fire. Gotcha. That thing is going to obliterate everything. And we don't have any weapons that'll stop it either. If we can't use weapons because it has human pilots, then we will use our heads. Oh yeah, how so? Never play King of the Hill. Keep at it. I see they commandeered an Alpha fighter off the ship.
Some of the Joes were using them. They must have killed the pilot.
Well, he's smaller than us. Why don't we just gang up on him?
Well, they're humanoid occupants. We can't just do that. But here come the con.
Oh, it's Starsinger. Robotechs, how annoying. You stay out of this, Starsinger. You foolish flesh creatures. That thing's just a giant bomb waiting to go off. But there are people piloting it, like a Robotech. They have no regard for their own minions.
Thing's reactor core is malfunctioning.
Meet Terravec. Crush humans. Fire all guns. Yeah, destroy! Destroy! Fire! Fire! He doesn't sound too bright. Maybe his mental links are all messed up.
It's probably more likely that they're disjointed and disoriented, because they've been taking drugs. Probably that space drug they have around here.
That'd be a really bad idea, to control their military with drugs, especially if it impedes their effectiveness. Me stomp. Yeah, me stomp. I think he's broken and Jetfire can take him on at this point. It's not that. His reactor is going to overload. Everyone, get out of here. You picked on me, Terravec. Clear out.
He's gonna blow.
It can explode. Let's go. Let's move. Roll out.
Optimal and the others, I believe the attack on you earlier was a distraction. The Dopplegangers tried to kidnap Dana from the hospital, but she phase shifted out of there. That's remarkable. I must go to the Robotech people and talk to them. It's technology on this planet that's doing it. She doesn't have powers. It's helping her, or at least it thinks it is. She can be in real trouble if the Doppelgangers find her.
We must locate the Sterling girl and do it quickly, with discretion. A couple of Decepticon Invids can phase shift. Maybe they took her. Why? The Decepticon Invids don't like humans. Why would they want one? Human from the hospital, you need to tell us everything. No matter how insignificant. Even dreams.
Although that would break patient confidentiality, in this case, we need to get her back. I'll make an exception. Yeah, if you want to see her alive again, tell us everything.
Has anyone seen Max or Miri lately?
No, I haven't seen them in quite a while. I'm concerned they disappeared.
It's not like them. We must send them down a church party.
The locals on the planet are not going to allow us to stay much longer, just because they're getting antsy down there. And they might decide we don't belong there.
Yes, and I admit it. The liberation of this planet didn't go so well. Because we really didn't know what we were getting into when we got here. Apparently, the weird energy field thing was bothering us to begin with. We were not prepared. The bioship has begun moving, so keep an eye on it. Is there anyone aboard? It is currently unmanned. You don't suppose the bioship is generating this field somehow?
It's possible, but it would be very weak from across space and all that.
These flowers of life in the protoculture are unexplainable as they travel over massive distances through subspace and hyperspace. I'm not sure how it works. It seems the planet was in contact with this other one, light years away. I don't know how that would work. Admiral Hunter, I have a breakthrough. During our analysis of DNA from some of the dead aliens on the planet, we have deduced that some of them have come from Earth. We managed to obtain a sample of their leader. You probably won't like it. Oh, okay, what is it? Give it to me straight. The leader of the cult is related to Laszlo Zand.
How is that possible? The Earth is a dozen light years from here. How did it get here?
My guess is the bioship. It clearly originated from another timeline. It is messing with this one, speeding up events of history, and eliminating one of the very character people that would be able to stop the Master's future. How would they even know that? Who would they be after? I do not think it is a coincidence that Dana is the only one not affected by the energy field thing. It seems to be using a nanotechnology. It is beyond us, but it is technology, not magic. I must conclude, therefore, in the absence of evidence, that they're after Dana Sterling. Surely not. Admiral, I'm receiving a weird transmission coming from the planet.
is encoded and meant for you. On screen.
Admiral Hunter, I have no one else to turn to. I am Allison Strawberg. I realize that in my timeline it's different, just as yours is different. In another timeline, Jack Strawberg lived and I died. So I have this weird sort of link with the shapings of the Protoculture. I fear the Dopplegangers are after Dana Sterling. If they haven't captured her already, they probably will.
We have also investigated this, the planet's local narcotic scene, and determined that the Joyous is a hallucinogen version of the Flower of Life on the planet, and they're using it to control the populace. The energy field is similar, a synthetic version of the same thing, except not as potent, and it works differently.
But wasn't it true that Dana was not affected by the energy field? Why would she be then affected by a drug synthesized on the planet that had similar properties?
Similar but not the same. It's the manufacture and potency in question. The energy field has a different result. The energy field leads to intense aggravation, stress, like the Wrath planet encountered in the other universe. The other version of the drug reacts to the body as a stimulant and hallucinogen, and therefore manifests extreme pleasure, joy. That's why they call it joyous. We didn't come all these light years just to engage in an anti-drug campaign, but I suspect the G.I. Joes know about PSAs, so let's ask them. Maybe they can help. Some of the G.I. Joes to the bridge. Believe me, the best man working on it also. I want you to contact this Talomsky on the planet. Aye, sir. I get right on it.
Did the Doppelgangers do this, or was it the Decepticons? It's most likely the Doppelgangers. It's not really the Decepticons' modus operandi. It appears they deliberately decimated the hospital. They were obviously trying to cover their tracks. Why? Who were they after? I have an idea who they were after. The human Dana Sterling. What makes you so sure of that? They seem very interested in these Sterlings, especially the one Sterling who is immune to their energy fields. We haven't even isolated how they use the field through subspace, and how they're infecting the humans with it.
I have a theory on that. The planet is currently ruled by a gang, at least here in the city. They are using the narcotic called Joyous to subdue the population to lethargy, because apparently after you get really, really high from it, then you start hallucinating and seeing stuff that isn't there. And then after that, you get really depressed and crash.
If they were after Dana, we must find her. She may have been taken. We must alert the humans. I'd be interested to know how humans got here in the first place, and how they figured out how to control the Haydonites, who are Transformers, basically. It doesn't really make any sense, but they managed to do it. It's almost as if they had prior knowledge of humans, not just master-like humans, not just the planet Master, not just Transtectors, and not just Entradi and Meltrandi, but yeah, they have the connection to some human person in charge of the whole thing. Let's find out who it is. Sentinels. We're not going to win this if we don't understand who we're fighting. We must therefore locate someone who might know. Oh yeah? Who would do that? The energy field originated on the Master's planet. The Decepticon Invid hybrids first used it. Ergo, we should find them and convince them to hand over whatever they know. You're suggesting we coerce the Invid into telling us what they know? Are you mad? We were entrusted with watching the humans. Now one of them has been taken. We will have to rescue her. Optimo, what is the meaning of this? High-powered weapons of destruction were used on the hospital facility. Weapons that only your kind could have created. Did you sell weapons to the local Doppelgangers, Regent? So what if I did? They had their own anyway. I just wanted to make their killing more efficient. If I've learned that you had something to do with taking the humans, I will stop you. Neither of us has any stay on this planet. What are you going to do? Throw me in the brig? A jail or something? The humans were my responsibility. We led them here. If anything happens to them, I literally will be forced to destroy you in battle. For now, we should team up to find her. Why in the shapings would I ever think of teaming up with you to find a human flesh creature? I wouldn't do that. All I know is the humans are out there. She's none of my responsibility.
I don't care what the Dopplegangers do. You likely gave them the means to use that energy source against them. So technically it is your responsibility. However, you're evil, so I guess we could totally refuse, and then we'd have to vaporize you. I never team up with the Autobots, but some of my people are missing. Starsinger and some of the crew went out to cause trouble in town. He returned briefly, but they didn't return. I don't have very many troops at this point, and would pose no threat to the planet's leadership anywhere, such as it is. So very well, let us go looking for the flesh creature. We don't have much to go on. Very well. Some of your people disappeared. Were they affected by the energy field as well? Yes, adversely. First I thought they were merely just traitorous, because we usually are, and extremely deceptive. However, it appears that they were genuinely going crazy. We've so far been unable to synthesize an antidote or a countermeasure. Once we do, we can share the technology, and then we can leave this planet. I know you Autobots too well. It would probably cure the entire world, and everyone would be happy. Ironically, the space drug is supposed to make you joyful, but then it makes you the opposite of that. So depressed. So yes. Well, why don't we just go totally blow up their main production plant? Well, if you know where it is, it's probably a good place to check. I do not know where it is, but for robots, we should be able to find it. With sensors. Come, I will take you to what I know. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
I want my fix. You shut up.
That it for you, kid?
Yeah, hand over the drugs.
That'll be $14.50, kid.
Okay.
You're not selling yourself into slavery, are you, kid?
I'm hallucinating this whole thing. I gotta be.
What'd you do to your arm, kid?
My brother spiked me hard playing football. Can I get a bag?
Tell your folks.
What? They think I did it. They don't think I'm as good as Bowie. Hope I don't start to see double here soon. You don't know where there's a shelter, do you, sir?
Sir, you're no druggy, kid. And there's no shelter around here. Better find the hospital.
No, I already destroyed one of their rooms last time. I was there. Thanks anyway.
Stop. Stop looking at me.
Hey, you're Muck. You're one of the Decepticons. You look like Blitzwing.
You're not supposed to be here, little girl.
That's right. You're supposed to be home doing homework.
Shut up. You're not my boss. They'll kill you, and Delphro will make you do all the kinds of things you hate. Your dad.
Don't you dare mention him. Don't you dare mention him. I'll turn you into something you'll not like.
He's going to eat you up, little girl. He's going to tie you up and set you on a roasting pan and bake you nicely done. And then he'll eat you up, and you'll be all gone and dead.
I said shut up. Shut up. He doesn't know where I'm at. Nobody knows where I'm at.
Oh, good God.
Nothing's worse than a crybaby.
One moment in time, one decision at a point of time affected the whole continuity, and it affected not only the future, but the past. The past has proven a bitter thing. It doesn't matter how far I've tried to run from it. It keeps coming back. It keeps coming back.
Shit. Get me out of this shit.
All right, I'm leaving. Now shut up.
All right, I'm leaving. Now shut up.
The kid and the other lady are high on the joyous. Yeah, there aren't any sentinels here. Yeah, they're tripping. They're gonna get hurt. This place is no place for any kids or nothing. Well, we found them. Why don't we report to the Regent? We haven't been told to. We will wait. Yeah, we were asked to observe, not report yet. Well, they're just sort of lying around. Well, maybe we should report to the Regent after all. Open a channel to the Regent. Go ahead, my minion. Sir, I believe we have found the quarry the humans were looking for. But why on earth would they be interested in such a thing? Adolescent female? What are they going to do with that? She doesn't have powers or anything. Yeah, but I can't directly be sure if it's her. I'm just going to guess that it is the one they're looking for.
Keep observing. If we can use this to our advantage as Invid Decepticons, we should. Heh, I will not tell the humans yet.
Yeah, I can see no reason to tell the humans. Oh, why should they know?
Only because the Sentinels were looking for her. And if it is actually her, then we can use it to our advantage. And we will. Heh.
Stop! Stop! Leave me alone!
Sentinels, transform, dash.
The Sentinels will never listen to you again. You have killed your own people.
I negotiated for peace.
You have betrayed life for peace. That's not freedom.
It's the safe thing to do.
Coward.
I know. And what are you going to do now?
To find rescue.
Naughty. They are looking for you, love. What do I do? If the police find me, they'll take me back to Mom and Dad's house. And I want to go home. I can't seem to get the bus. I can't seem to find a bus stop. I don't know what to do. There's a gang that carouses the area. Hackers mostly. They're harmless. They might give you a ride.
Hey, no drunks here.
Sorry. Hey, little pet. What are you doing out here all alone? Do you have a place to stay the night? Well, the building won't let me stay. He says he doesn't like drunks. But I'm not drunk. I think he's just cranky. Are you hungry? I have some orange juice and some nuts. Well, I'll tell you what. You come with us and I'll make you some soup. Do you like cream of chicken?
Oh man, are you collecting pets again, Regis?
It's my right. Besides, no one should be out here alone at night. Those things come out. And the little one here can't defend herself.
Boy, you're a sucker for hard luck cases.
I hang around you idiots, don't I? Lord Reese seems you just gotta pick up another piece of baggage every time you go joyriding. But someone tried to kill her. A little more. A little more. I can see her. Somehow I can see her. I have made contact. I'll attempt to communicate with her. Horror. Don't stop me. I've made contact. How did you find me? Are you going to disappear like the others did? On this planet, my powers are increased tenfold. My Transtector Spark has connection with you. I don't know where you are right now, but I'm certain we can locate you. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to. Where are you? Who? What's going on? Why? Oh God, what are you hungry, sugar? What do ladybugs eat? They don't eat little girls, that's for damn sure. Hun, I need to clean this. Who did this to you? So the Transtectors have a seer. Interesting. Several, actually. My brother, do you think Bowie's the devil? No, he's just misguided. He most certainly is. What is the last time your dressing was changed? I'm not wearing a dress. I'm not talking about that. Ignore the Space Witch. I'm sorry, hon. I didn't mean to hurt you. What is this? A new pet. Oh God, a bird, Ree. A baby bird. That's what Optimo, Zor, and Remy call me. Tall Spike Zor? Yeah, Mom wouldn't let me go home to him and Optimo anymore. And then Bowie got mad because I saw the puppet on the bus and burned me. And I got mad and decided to run away. But the dummies attacked the school today. You've got it bad, sweetie. They must have drugged her with the joyous. They sure did. Hun, did you say dummies? You mean the Dopplegangers? They have twins that aren't real. You can tell the difference between the gang members and their twins. The bus driver was one. He looked like a puppet. Lord, that's freaky. God, it moved. It rounded the bed and swayed right and left, while it took its 2 large steps and made no noise. What are you? Who are you? What do you want?
You.
Stay away from me. The Regis and something else. Get out of there, kid.
Meow.
Ah! What are you?
I know what evil lurks in the hearts of beings. The shadow knows.
I'm going to go for now. Since you ran away, I'll be back.
Do we report this to Regent? Besides Regis. You're asking me? Bowie Grant, what are you doing here? How'd you get out here? Where are the Sterlings? Because you're just standing there. Tell me what's going on.
I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to chase her off. I didn't know about the attack on the building. They took out the building. Where was she being held? The creatures, the Dopplegangers. You have to help them. Have to help her.
Slow down. Who are you talking about?
Dana. They were after Dana.
His sister, Dana. Karen, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna take him back to the ship, obviously. Since he probably knows something about where Dana went. We should tell the Sterlings.
We haven't been able to contact the Sterlings. They appear to be missing as well. Bowie, do you know anything?
There was a package. The gang people. They went to the house. They had a package. It was a machine. I didn't know what it did, but it made us weirder somehow. It was making us mad, you know. We got like a thought projection thing or something. I'm musically inclined, so I could kind of hear the signals. Yeah, you know, signals. They couldn't, so I was trying to get a hold of it. Bowie, tell us where you were. Fast. This happened weeks ago, though. She was acting even stranger at the point. And then she ran away and got hurt. Staff ended up in the hospital. No half of the medical staff or anything. They were keeping her there.
The staff was keeping her there?
He could be under the influence of the joyous, like some of the others. It's a drug. Nah, not right now. I came off it days ago. Been wandering around out here all in the dark and thinking dark thoughts. You gotta save him. Better save Dana.
You don't know where to look, do you? Can you lead us to where you were last time? Maybe we can find her.
We should call her back up.
This isn't really like a cop movie.
Bowie, come with us. Ride with me.
Okay. Just relax, sugar.
I had a horrible dream. You most certainly did. Was it because of the drug? It must be, but I've never seen anyone suffer like that. Well, almost. Now you've been very quiet, until now. What's your name? Dana. Dana. It's cute. My parents gave it to me. She said I was infectious. You mean affectionate? Yeah. Are you going to take me to the hospital? Not if I can help it. Why? I would tell you, but I'm not actually here. I'm projecting myself here, just as Nock was. Regis isn't either. Or Muck. Or Scrap.
Fascinating. It would appear the council is no longer in session. Would this constitute a joke? A trick?
It could be a trick. There's a machine in the center of the floor over there, and it appears to be on and functioning.
This is a strange aristocracy on the planet. They've fallen into disarray because it appears the robot masters left, and left all their puppets lying around. They apparently turned on the masters. No idea where they are.
Oh, it appears some of them scattered into the central city. They're just wandering around in there aimlessly, high on their own weird endorphin rush from those space drugs. We must stop them. It is crazy.
Yes, and we haven't been able to locate Max or Miria or the children. What is going on here?
Controlling their military with drugs doesn't make any sense. Their performance would be very poor.
Perhaps it was originally a recreational thing that got out of hand.
Perhaps, anyway. There doesn't seem to be anyone here. Alive, anyway. Some kind of weird commune. What does that machine do over there?
It appears to be generating the energy field similar to the one that was infecting the human members of the crew, but not us so much. The Zentradi ones and half-Zentradi ones. I wonder why our genetics are different enough to not be affected.
But it is not the source of the contamination. It is merely a transmitter, if you will. If we find the source, perhaps we can turn it off.
It would be prudent to find it, not to turn it off, but destroy it. It is a menace to the galaxy.
Well, we have no evidence that the Invid or the Decepticons took the planet. Perhaps they couldn't. Perhaps they wouldn't. Maybe the barter system works on this world, where they buy and sell and trade in weapons and machines. Robots. And a lot of them are basically robots. They have really no reason to take them over, because they could just trade with them.
Makes a certain amount of sense, sir.
We must find the main transmitter and destroy it. Let us pool our resources to locating the device, and then we can disarm it. I bet the G.I. Joes would be useful for that. Come next door. First, there's something we must do. What was that explosion in there?
We dealt with a little situation. Apparently whoever is controlling the planet was using some kind of computer transmitter to transmit the increased energy fields that were affecting all of us. I commandeered one of their bioroids and shot it. Sir. He did. He made a frightful ruin out of it. It's currently on fire. Alert Rick Hunter and the others. Although we have found one of the sources of the energy field, now we can find the rest and disable them.
Very well, but have you seen Optimal lately?
I haven't seen any of the Sentinels lately except you. What happened to them?
I'm not sure. I woke up in the middle of the city not long ago. Came over here because that's where the very source was detected. Seems the energy field stopped almost around the time that you blew it up. I was right over there.
But if it's affecting you, then it's probably affecting the rest. We must hurry.
Move out.
Let's say they ain't going to be happy to see us. With or without you, Signs. If we take you to the hospital, they're going to want to know who your parents are. And then when they find out, they're going to have to call them. I'm sure you don't want to go back to your brother, right?
Right, but all I wanted to do was go to Fort Max.
Won't those at Fort Max just turn you over to your folks?
No, not after I tell them what's going on. Oh, you think they're going to save you? Bowie doesn't like me. He knows I can see them. See whom? The puppets.
Hun, you should have just kept your eyes closed.
What happened? Who did this to me? Near as we can tell, you've done it most to yourself. We found you in the workshop, scraping your own skin off. Yanked out a good portion of your hair. Here now, lie back and let me put this over your eyes. You're just a mess, girl. Can you take me to Fort Max? Can somebody take me there? Fort Max? No, I don't think so. We're not legit here, hon. What do you mean? What do you mean, what do you mean? Didn't you see what was out there, girl? No. Yeah. Computers and car parts, so? So, they repossess cars and correct people's monetary history. Keeps the shelter going. You mean you guys are pirates and use the money to run a homeless shelter? Now, hush, child. I said nothing of the sort. You can't stay here, little one. I know. I just can't get myself to move.
You're in danger. These folks aren't able to help you.
Why?
Please, you will die here.
I'm just human. Optimal and Remy can find someone else to love.
Don't look back. Just leave this building.
Keep moving. They're still coming. Go now. I will see you later.
You found her hiding behind the energon cubes, and you see me. Where do you think you're going, little girl?
I'm going to drop this energon cube and blow us all up.
No, you aren't. You're bluffing. Put the tiny cube down, or we will kill you immediately.
Hey, want a lift?
I'm going to Fort Max.
Hey, girl, you shouldn't run off into the night. You're going to get lost.
I just need to be dropped off where I can walk a little more easily. Can you do that for me?
Sure. Where's your folks?
We were camping and I got off the trail a little bit. Yeah, that's it.
Wow, some camping trip. Didn't you guys know that Antelope Elementary's been attacked? It's all over the news.
We were out here because of it.
Oh well, tell me where you want to go.
This'll be fine.
Are you sure? I can take you further if you like.
No, I must walk here. They're out past those metal trees.
Well, your folks are certainly safe. Good luck. Bowie said the gang were hiding out just ahead.
We left him with our people and the authorities.
Yes, have the Joes circle around. Multiple paints detected.
We have a small army out here.
They're not really. They're some kind of a mix, but they're not functional. On a planet of mechanical beings that was taken over by humanoids. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Are you getting this through Jetfire, Admiral?
We have your position. Roadblock and the Joes are in place. We'll cover you. Have Max and Miria returned yet? We're still looking. We won't leave them behind. The enemy units are using small arms, and it's nothing we can't handle. Go around back and secure the perimeter.
Well, at least there's no attack bioroid this time.
This place is like some weird cult sweatshop.
And since they turned off that thing, our Esper abilities have kind of diminished, so I brought my sisters along. Looks more like a series of drug labs than a sweatshop. I'm reading 2 human life signs behind the building. The rest appear to be robots, some equipment, and something's blocking sensors.
Most of the energy fields went down when we blew up the transmitters, but we haven't found the source yet. Once we do, we can shut it down. There isn't time for that. The enemy could get away. Let's go in.
Don't you think they'll kill the hostages?
They haven't made any demands, and they're not expecting us, I hope. This is Admiral Hunter. There's no one else guarding it. Get in there and extract the hostage. It's a door. Should we knock? Check for booby traps.
The life sign is near the construction area in the back.
2 life signs, a humanoid male and a humanoid female. I found Hope. She's still functional, but she appears to be in stasis lock. Foolish girl. Stupid. Ugly. Hand over the secret of your protoculture powers, how you conjured that lion and stole the device, and I will let you go.
None of you are real.
You want to go to the afterlife? Well, you're not going to arrive there in one piece. You know, you're nothing more than a figment of my imagination. Go away.
That's right. You're dead. And you're going to wander aimlessly across the earth for all eternity, now that the first thing to do is apologize. I'm not dead. What? You think you deserve this life? Well, you don't. What's the matter with you? Go away and leave me alone.
Oh, there's the lion. Let me guess. The cat ate the protoculture device.
You're not going to arrive there in one piece, you know. You're nothing more than a figment of my imagination. Go away.
Oh, damn it. You can't run away, stupid little girl. I'm the same thing that went after you a few days ago, and you tried to run away then. But not this time. I have your sequence. I know what you are.
The cat didn't eat the mass shifter. I did. I thought it was a piece of candy.
And you didn't explode internally. You really are a Robotech master.
I threw it up later. Leave me alone.
What? Where could it possibly be?
No, I won't let go. No, not now.
Tell me where it is and this will all be over.
Hey, asshole, we found the device at the hospital. Came out of her, but then it blew the hospital to smithereens.
Who is that?
Make another move against her, you bitch, and I'll melt your brain.
What? I'm not a bitch. Yes, you are.
Yeah, get away from her, you bitch. Yeah, get away from her, you bitch. I'm gonna have to read you your Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot find an attorney we'll have to get you one.
You won't get away with this. I have rights. You're no business here. Be gone! Take that with you. I don't need her anymore.
Shall we step on him and make it look like an accident?
We'd never get all the gore out of your footplates. We're not going to step on him. We're going to arrest him. No, the Autobots are here. I want to step on him. Well, you're not going anywhere. We're going to hold you right here and take you to the clinker. He's a sick bastard. He probably liked being tortured in prison. Tell Remy we found her. Well, technically, the Robotechs did, but Hope's over there, too.
Well, certainly Miss Sterling is a survivor. She was upset she killed someone during the house invasion by conjuring up a lion out of nowhere. Well, it was magical, so who's going to prosecute? Self-defense. She'll be taken to the ship and recover in sickbay. What about her family? Have we found them, or does Optimo still have custody? We're still looking for Max and Miria, but they found Aurora and Bowie, and they're safe. She won't recover in a day. She has to detox as well. And Talonsky and the others took that Zand character into custody.
Still no sign of Max and Miria. We've got Bowie back, and we never lost Aurora, and we got Dana now.
Yeah, but she's a mess. She's got to detox from all that stuff they did to her. How did a relative of Laszlo Zand get to this planet and take over, anticipating that we would come here? It doesn't make sense.
Maybe he didn't. Maybe he was just trying to escape the Earth and go wherever he could. Have his fetishes come to life. And nothing to do with us at all. It really shouldn't, should it?
Sir, we did manage to disable the second transmitter in that weird lab warehouse place. The main one must be around here somewhere. It's unfortunate that we don't have any kind of way to track Max and Miria. Like, they don't have any kind of chips on them or anything. We just figure out where they are based on that.
Actually, Miriam might have some. She's a Meltrandy. Her vital signatures would be just slightly different than the rest of us. We would have to find them first chance we get. Alert them. But for now, it appears that Dana is messed up. Why do they do that?
Well, the medical team reports that she will make a full recovery.
Well, that's good.
Optima Zor, can you detect different variations in human energy signatures and tap into them like a frequency? The Zentradi Meltrandi instead of the humans? Use it to track one of them on the planet?
I don't see why not. I'll attempt it. You know, you haven't heard much from the Regent recently. I wonder what he's up to. It can't be good. I think we'll have to pay him a visit.
Using my transtector abilities, a usually high spike in the energy field is detected that normally would be lower, emanating to the eastern central part of the city. It could be what we're looking for. Let's go before my powers wear off and I go back to being Alison Strawberry.
What's going on about that?
The planet was apparently heightening their Esper abilities. Every time we turn off a transmitter, they go a little dark.
Let's find them before they wear off, then, and bring the cult leader guy. This is Admiral Hunter of the Expeditionary Force. Surrender your hostages immediately or face reprisal. We are prepared to fire on the base.
Wait, who are you?
Joe's men, we secured the perimeter. Definitely reading human and Meltrandi life signs. It's a projection screen. They're probably on the other side. Oh, you found us. Curious. Didn't know how you managed to do it. Maybe the Decepticons sold us out. You must be the cult leader. You will release our friends immediately. And then you will be arrested immediately. Again? By whose authority? I was already arrested earlier. All right, men. This is under the jurisdiction of us. Because there's no other authority here. So therefore take control of the situation. Arrest him. Go on in. Think the Veritechs need to give us some cover. You cannot defy me. This is not your world. Why is my energy field not affecting you? Was our plan seemingly ruined? I have one other world. One other place where I can have sway. It is the way of the shaping.
Tell us how to get to the Sterlings or a buddy of yours is going to plug you. Other members of the local police force arrive as well. Well, we actually got the schmuck. All right, boys, get in there and hold him.
He's right about no jurisdiction, but because the planet has roughly declared martial laws of the city being trashed and all, we can do whatever we want. The council has apparently decided to be absent without leave. Well, dead. That gives us the right to arrest. Somebody stunned them. The door's open now. Excellent. The Decepticon Invids. Destroy the Sentinels and the Robotechs. I don't take orders from flesh creatures, especially cybernetic enhanced ones. How dare you? Foiled again. The deal's off. I'm not siding with these doppelgangers. No, it's just the deal is off. I changed my mind. Now that I've learned the true location of the Regent's life force, the Invid home world, Optera. Don't we already know that, sir? Quiet, I'm trying to be impressive. The humans may seize that creature. What gives you the authority to do that? The council on the planet no longer exists. We found them all deactivated. There is no one in charge. That makes the strongest one in charge. That'd be me. My minions are here and present, accounted for. You may arrest them. Take him away. No, you cannot stop me. You cannot stop the operation from existing. You cannot stop us. You cannot stop the shaping. You cannot stop destiny. You know what? Shut him up. Stun him and take him away. Oh, shit. Not only that, Max and Miri are in that big toy box over there. So they're alive, they're just out cold.
I found our missing men. They seem to be in a coma.
Gather everyone up and let's get out of here. We will not remain here for now, Optimo and the Robotechs. So, this is the thing that's causing all the trouble. The main power source appears to be rigged to this reactor. The problem is that if we try to blow it up, the reactor will blow up and destroy the entire city. Well, we gotta disarm it before we blow it up. Wait, Regent, don't fire on the reactor to disarm it. I have the mass shifting device. I will use it to disarm it. Oh yeah? How'd you end up with it?
You don't want to know what it's been. Note that I found it at the hospital site. If he screws this up, we're all going to die. Well, then I best not screw it up, Jetfire. I will scan. You have disarmed it. It worked. We're still alive. I only did it to save all of us. Decepticons, retreat. Now that they're no longer under the influence of the energy field, I can revive them. However, they may have mental trauma that is not detectable with our instruments. Revive them. What happened? Where are we?
The Dopplegangers had you held prisoner. We don't know how long you were there. You've been missing for weeks.
Apparently they were running weird laboratory tests on you. No permanent damage that I can tell.
Bowie, Dana, Aurora, where are they? They're safe, but Dana was more affected by the alien drugs than the others. She was doing alien drugs? No, we believe they drugged her like they did you.
That weird leader guy, he was apparently related to Laszlo Zand, Mirth. He was bragging about it. Yeah, weird. We figured that out, but what were you two doing during all this? We were captured. We had taken a vehicle out there. Then we don't even know why we had taken the vehicle out there. It was like we were under hypnotic control. And then they captured us, began asking us all sorts of weird questions, then they knocked us out.
They kept asking about why Dana was immune to the energy fields. It really bothered them. If you're really bothered. Then how come Aurora was not?
She may recover first. It appears that the alien energy field was starting to affect her. She just hadn't hit a certain age yet.
Full onset of puberty? Really?
Something in the hybridization process. My guess is Beltrandi genes impress upon human genes to make them stronger. The result is also enhanced aggression. But that could simply be the onset of whatever other traits would come to develop as they get older. I want to know when they're fully recovered. Clearly they're not going to be able to handle the pullout from this planetary system. We'll take care from here.
You stay and rest here and we'll deal with it.
You'll get no argument from me. I can barely move.
Promise me that you will punish this cult leader Zand.
We can discuss that later. But there will be no revenge on this mission.
Oh, I see. Well, I can't really argue with you because I can't move.
Get some rest. We'll deal with this later.
Admiral, you've come to gloat. General, you've probably come to execute me. It will be a martyr to the cause of the Dopplegangers, and the Invid, the true Invid, hidden from sight.
What's he talking about? I don't know, but with the Council destroyed, there are no authorities on the planet, and we cannot leave our authorities here on the planet. I'm going to take him with us.
I would prefer you kill me now. I could go with you people. The timeline's already shattered. You will just destroy yourselves.
This guy is so full of himself, I'm not even sure if he believes himself, or he's just high on his own supply.
What's preposterous? You don't get high on your own supplies, you say. Now the energy force you're looking for is what's left of the Invid's life force, spread out among, oddly enough, the Transformers, such as those on the planet on Haydon 4, and the Transformers that interrupted the whole thing, and became the evil Invid and the good Sentinels.
Make up all the stuff you want. The point is, you affected some of the crew of my ship. That means I have a responsibility to send you to justice. I'll turn you back to Earth, or you'll be punished.
Your Earth, still preposterous. So in this timeline, you weren't all destroyed. So a handful of you, 70 or 80,000 of you, survived. And in the other timeline. But millions of others were scattered on the planet. You didn't know. In this case, no, you all survived. Yes, timeline, different timeline.
I never bought into this multiverse stuff until I saw some of it. You're crazy, you claim. You're probably from another timeline, aren't you? It's forward. Do you command the bioship out there that so far hasn't engaged us in battle?
Don't be ridiculous. No one shall command that ship. It's from the Shadow Children.
Superstitious nonsense. This guy's crazy. Unless you just didn't figure it out. I mean, he was giving drugs to children and stuff. He's an asshole.
Why would I bother to give drugs to children? They don't have money. They can't deal drugs. But the lunch money or something. Preposterous. Yes, quite ridiculous.
My buddies are about to turn off your energy field in the city for good. How does that make you feel? When this is over, the city can at last rebuild, and hopefully the planet. Maybe the locals will step up.
No, what you have done was destroy the planet. You see, they were all obsessed with finding the protoculture energy, life force, as well as the fuel. And these robots that were here without a leader will descend into chaos and anarchy. There will be nothing left of Haydon 4, and the great powers was before them. Will be gone. It'll be your fault. It will be on your hands, Hunter.
You're starting to sound like Edwards. But that's not possible. Edwards in our timeline was killed.
He and Laszlo and I were allies. We learned all of this, and the timeline changes before he was killed, and I was sent here, ahead of you, to deal with it.
Around the time of the space plague? Hey, these guys must have infected everybody. Even the robots. Because we know the space plague affected robots. Where were all the bodies? I mean, there'd be billions of them. More so than what we found. They'd be blown up or burned or something. Maybe they ate them. Oh no, that's gross. Sorry.
Well, in a sense, all of the above. They were consumed with the life force of the protoculture of the Invid, which came through the system. And then it transformed these worlds that would have been part of the universe of Robotech and the Transformers, except are now part of some sort of weird hybrid.
You will be locked away separate from your men, and your gang members will be locked away too. They will be shipped back to their respective places where their authorities will try them. Trust me, the Earth will probably be more lenient to you than they will to their men. Let's go.
Hunter, they were delicious.
This guy appears to not be working for the Regent or the Ritter character. They wouldn't have him. Weird. We have disarmed the main fusion weapon. It's sort of a synchro cannon type device. You can totally use it later if you want. But yes, anyway, let us activate the device and destroy the transmitter. I had to be here to do this personally. Very well, prepare to destroy it. Prepare to fire. Fire. We must leave this place. However, there is no one here to control it. So the cult leader and the cult people are kind of right in that. There will be no one in charge, so it'll fall into anarchy almost immediately after we leave. Perhaps the contingent of us should remain behind to make sure that they do not do that. They volunteered to remain behind, so that we can stop the enemy units. We might need you at the other planet. We might need you at Optera. I think you will be able to handle it. Perhaps some of the Sentinels can remain here too. What makes you think they're going to listen to you? You're not giants anymore. Well, when we were giants, we were something. But now we have to be giants of men. So very well, we should remain here. I see. Well, some of the Transformer people are heading this way. I believe that our mutual enemy here is the Regis. In order to stop her, we must journey with you to the other planet. We must return to Optera. Yes, well, we must return to Optera. Only then can we be assured that the Dopplegangers have been stopped. They're gone there too. And the Triumvirate aren't here. They could oversee all the doubles because they're triples. We haven't found them. We don't know where they are. The Triumvirate? Yes, part of the Masters. They use the Triumvirate to control their Zorclone army. That's how they do it. And they went there, and they're heading for your planet. We must stop them there as well. And I will remain here to make sure they don't come back. If that's what you want to do. It is the only way. There's another way. I cannot foresee it. Very well. All the Transformers affected by the energy field and those affected by the Invid power that entered all of us will join you and return to the planet Optera. That wouldn't happen to have anything to do with you and the Regent being affected by the device, would it? No, yes. It annoys us. But it isn't helping. Sometimes you can't be too evil, you know. So, yes, we're going to join you. But we're not going to be allies. We're just going to hitch a ride on your ship. Our technology will boost your speed considerably.
Very well, but don't try anything. The Sentinels are coming too.
We will be coming as well. They may try something since we arrive at Optera. Not now. Several light years away. But we will make the ship faster. Dana remains in a coma.
Well, since the other Sentinels are too big to fit in here, I decided to come in here and there and stand and see how Dana was doing.
She is in a temporary comatose state. No one is allowed to go in the isolation chamber. You must wait here, but you can't go in there.
I'm sure the Sterlings were good parents. The energy field just messed with their heads. How are they doing?
They're also nearly comatose in another isolation area.
It's just like we don't belong in that world that was in the city. Nor do we belong back home on Earth. It's a weird thing, I mean. Think you ever been to Earth? If I'd been, it'd be no place like home.
I wouldn't concern yourself too much with all this. It's not your responsibility to look after the humans on our crew. It's our responsibility.
But Optimal Zor promised to look after her.
That's nice, but you really don't need to wait around. They have work to do here. You might get in the way.
I understand, but can I stay a while?
Well, as long as you're no trouble.
Well, the starships have left. Our ship remains in orbit, so we can still get out of here if we have to. So what do we do now, Exodor? But you're not to know. Perhaps we should stay here and ponder. That's different lives that we could have had in space together, with me as your right hand. Yes, it would have been beautiful, but it could be again. If you could learn to love our culture, sir.
It appears that all the forces of the Sentinel Autobots and the Invid Decepticons have left except for myself. You are completely alone here. Where's your force? Do you really think that this planet will listen to you? Surely not.
No, I do not think this planet will listen to me. But they will not listen to you either. Like it or not, we're stuck here.
That's where you're wrong, Bretai. My forces still remain aboard the bioship. Any point during their journey, and they could turn on the Sentinels or turn on the Robotechs and destroy them.
But they won't, because you'll be hunted down across the galaxy. Admit it, you're stuck here with us. That is unless you want to ride on our ship. In the brig, of course.
No, thank you. I'll pass. Attention crew. It appears that we've been unable to liberate the planet Haydon 4. We did, however, prevent the evil street gangs from destroying a city on the planet. Now, we are preparing to depart for the home world of the Invid. Not sure why the Invid aren't here, or why their life forces have spread out over the Autobots and Decepticons of this universe. They will be departing shortly.
No sign of more hostile units.
The bioship is maintaining a safe distance. Energy readings are normal. No sign of the energy field.
Open a channel to the bioship commander. I suspect we know of him.
Baroon here, sir. We have isolated the ship and control systems, but I've no idea who's in command of the ship. It seems automated.
How are we going to understand the technology? We can't begin to fly that thing.
No, I suspect the ship will be chasing us the moment we leave. Just as it had been before. You were there merely to observe. If anything goes wrong, get out of there.
Prepare the ship for departure. All hands ready to move.
Helm and navigation ready. Engines to ready.
Everyone is secured aboard, sir, as well as the engines are ready, sir. The Transformers are also aboard on their respective ships, sir.
Ready here.
The bioship is powering up.
I wonder what's controlling it. Oh well, prepare to move.
The automates on the ship are keeping it going. Hope our people are safe over there. Just riding along, like some kind of Disney attraction.
Take us out, break orbit, and go to fold space. Hyperspeed. Engage.
Thank you.